Sand Ridge Stadium. I'm Andy Rushing along with Steve Rushing, and we'll be doing the game for you tonight right here on AQC TV. And we got a barn burner tonight, Stevie.
I mean a barn burner. We're looking at two teams that are almost mirror images of each other. Both of them have been underdogs going into each game this season after the postseason started. It's really going to be a highlight for us.
I'm telling you, you got two football teams. They mirror image each other, like to mix it up. Abilene likes to do the same thing Coach Scharnberg does. They throw the ball a lot. They run the ball a lot. They're small. They're fast. They're hard hitters. It's going to be something we really haven't faced this year ourselves.
Not really, because we haven't had a team, except for last week, Jefferson, that came out both running and passing. That was different for us. We either had one or the other, and not really much of the passing game.
That's right. And, Steve, you can look out here, we're panning out here on the field. They're playing the school songs, getting ready for a team to come out. It's going to be a little slip and slide tonight, not the nice artificial turf these guys have been used to the last couple of weeks, so it could change things a little bit.
Could, but there again, Andy, it is artificial turf, and that's the reason we're out here.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, one thing I'm looking forward to is hopefully the potential return of Derek Blaylock tonight for the Atlanta Rabbits in the backfield. Last couple of weeks, he's kind of laid off a little bit. Not so much his fault, but the fact that the running game and the passing game have been going in other directions, and Coach Scharnberg's had to go with the passes and Colorado-style option offense using sole back Everett Dickerson, who's done a good job for us so far. But tonight against this quicker team, and I think Blaylock's going to be the one out of the backfield to deliver it to us.
Maybe so, Andy, but remember, this is the same stadium that Everett came back for on 2 weeks ago and got over 170 yards on just about 20 carries.
Thank you very much. That's correct, and it's something I'm sure Abilene was looking at. Now, one thing, we got to make mention of this. Defense, defense, defense. The Atlanta Rabbits have defense. We've lived and died by it all year, and we've only died twice, so that's a good sign. Last week, whenever Jefferson came out and stomped out that 21-point lead in the first half, or 21-6 lead at the end of the first half, they could have gone in there and laid down. They could have quit. They could have done a lot of things. But that defense came out committed, renewed, and what they do, they held what I honestly believe is the most powerful and most potent offense in the 3A class in the state of Texas to 23 total yards and no scores and a half. And nobody's even come close to that all season.
But interesting enough, Andy, all the media this week, excluding us, has done nothing but tout Abilene's defense, saying that that's going to be the toughest thing for us to overcome tonight. I actually expect to see Abilene's offense have trouble with our defense just as you have.
I believe, Jefferson, they got up those 24 or 21 quick points. Keep in mind, one of those was really questionable down there is Tim Holt in the end zone. That ball really looked to me like it flew right out of his hands and he didn't have control of it as he went out of bounds, but the refs gave it to him.
And it has been proven that ball never did hit his hand.
That's right. So that's something we got to be looking out for tonight. But overall, the referees, the last time we was up here, we had good referees. I expect the same, hopefully the same crew. They let the guys play ball. They didn't get the you touch me, he touched me, tit for tat type interference and offensive penalties. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm excited. This is the semifinal. There are only 4 teams left playing in the state of Texas in the 3A class. And after tonight, well, actually tonight and tomorrow night, by the time you see this, it'll be...
Anyway. We'll know who we're playing next night, right?
Yeah, but it's Friday night. Coming up on Saturday.
Andy, something we got to bring out real quickly is the crowd is with us tonight.
I mean that.
At 6:30, we had a quarter of the stadium already filled. Now I'm going to estimate that half of this side is Atlanta Rabbit fans, East Texas, Cass County fans out here waiting to see their pride go after. Right now you're looking at the Spirit line down there.
Look at them.
It's about triple the size it's been all season. These people are as excited as the team is.
I'm telling you, man, this Spirit line's gotten bigger and thicker and more spirited every game, and I think it's really been good for the guys. The big comment I keep hearing from people standing in the Spirit line, though, is when the players come out of the deck or the tunnel or whatever, they're so focused they don't even really realize there's a crowd down there waiting for them. So that's something kind of different. Steve, I'm really cranked up. I'm excited. We got to take a break and get ready to get the open kickoff to you. Any final thoughts?
Not really, Andy. I really expect to see a great game defensively. Listening to the earlier show today, almost all the people that came on and gave their score, gave a wide margin. I'd like to say the same thing. I expect a 40-point game in the Atlanta side.
I expect the guys to come out and play their heart out just like they did last week. We'll get into that a little more after this hit.
Russian Pest Control says, go Rabbits all the way to state. And do you see that Russian Pest Control are proud to be avid supporters of the mighty Atlanta Rabbits and invite you to go out and support the Rabbits on the road to the state playoffs. Russian Pest Control, proud to be Atlanta Rabbits.
right here on AQC TV, the Atlanta Rabbits and the Abilene-Wylie Bulldogs. JBL Motor Company is one of the proud sponsors tonight, also along with Welch's Gas of Atlanta, Linden, Douglasville, and Texarkana. Food King of Atlanta, Queen City, Owen Service Company of Atlanta and Queen City. Steve, I'm looking forward to a big defensive show tonight just because of the field conditions. I don't know if this drizzle keeps coming down out here. I think it's really going to hamper the passing games of at least one, maybe both of these powerful offensive football teams.
Right, Andy, but also you got to remember that when the defensive players are running, they got to slide too, so it also gives the offensive player a chance to kind of maybe juke back and go around the corner cast too. Flip has been made. Let's see who got it. Uh-oh, he's looking at Abilene now. He's looking at us.
It doesn't matter.
He taps Ken Harrison. We declined it.
What's going on here? Well, let's see. Rabbit fans are jumping up and down. Of course, the players are because they're cold. 35 degrees on the bank clock, and it's a 20-degree wind chill factor I heard coming in here. The Rabbits are jumping up and down that they got it. Hey!
We declined it, Andy.
Do what?
Yeah, we declined it so we can go ahead and get it in the open second half.
That'll work. We'll take it how we can get. That's something Coach Scharnberg hadn't done all year either, so that's going to be interesting to see. Starting offense for the Atlanta Rabbits tonight. Or let's get the defense on the field first. Left end, Donnie Hunt. Left tackle, Moen Oliver. Or it could be Mingo Clay. We haven't seen yet. Also at the left defensive end, instead of Hunt, it could also be Robert Lawson. Those two came in and had stellar games last week. We're going to give them a big pat on the back and see what happens. Coming over to the right side, Mikhail Justice, number 44. Randy Garner, number 80. Chad Melton at the outside linebacker. Mitch Savage in the middle. Greg Fields at the other outside. Brad McCall at the left cornerback. Right cornerback, Samuel James. Strong safety, Cody Melton, McConnor Rover. And free safety is going to be either Ken Harrison or Ben Collins. We've seen them both out there this season. I don't know what's going to happen. It depends. Coach Melton was so happy with the play of Mingo K playing Robert Lawson. It's very possible we could see them start on the defensive side of the field tonight.
But then, of course, Andy, we're also starting out with our defense. It might be that since they're not tired yet, he'll go ahead and have them start the game.
We have a lot of weapons to unleash. As you get ready to see at midfield, or actually on the 40-yard line, the Atlanta Rabbits, Adam O'Kelly handling the kicking chores tonight. And he stretches out there. Boy, he had a whale of a game last week. 44-plus yard punting average. Incredible. Junior.
I want to say I can't wait to see next year, but this year ain't over yet.
Oh, I'm going to tell you what, the crowd is pumped. We've got the band out here. We've got the band out here. Oh, we've got the home side. Woo! There it goes. In behind him. Well, back at the 10-yard line, it's taken. He's got a little wedge up the middle. Oh, Savage just rolled, Mitch. Well, there was no doubt about that. And the balloons go off on the Wylie side over there.
Andy Lawson had a good stick right under Mitch on that one, too.
I hope them sons of extras over there on the sidelines are staying out of that water. That looks cold down there. Atlanta Rabbits and the Abilene-Wylie Bulldogs. Wylie Bulldogs get ready to take it to 26, 27-yard line. They're home. And the Atlanta Rabbit defense is going to get the call first. This wind is blowing right into Wylie Bulldogs' face, it seems to be. So, Hunt and Oliver are starting, Andy. All right. So let's see what happens. They're running a trips right. Single foot to the left, no tight ends, two backfield. He's good for about a yard and a half, and he's brought down.
That was a big man, number 34 on that.
Donnie Hunt on the tackle there.
Yeah, Savage and Hunt, both on the tackle.
So let's see what happens. You know they're going to have to go to the ball. This wind is actually kind of swirling, I guess you'd say, in the stadium tonight. So I don't know what's going to, I don't know how it's going to affect the passes. At any time it could be a factor and sometimes be a non-factor.
I don't know, it's already starting to affect my hands, Andy.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Smith, for these gloves. Oh, he shut the ball. Little melee down there on the field as the Atlanta Rabbits stick them for about a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up just about a 3rd and 6 now for the Wylie Bulldogs.
Andy Justice is already getting in there on her.
Remember what the Wylie coach said in the Gazette earlier today? That would be Friday for those of you watching the game at home. Said that number 44 was the one that really concerned him because of his speed. He says he seemed to spend more time in the backfield than the opposing team's tailback. Splitting the back now, trips. Two to the right, one to the left. Field pulls off on the left side. They've got a crossing pattern coming into the inside. And it clamped down there at about the 40-yard line. Even if he'd caught it, he might have got the first down, but it was well covered. And the Atlanta Rabbits bring up their first fourth down of the night. The Rabbit defense doing a good job of stopping the Wylie Bulldogs. Let's give credit where credit is.
I tell you what, Andy Hunt almost got that ball down before it reached the receiver. Got number 2 back.
Let's see.
Jonathan Isbell.
Jonathan Isbell handling the punt and chores for the Bulldogs tonight. Oh, no, it's not bad. It's going to bounce. I don't know if anybody's going to touch it. Bashy got close, but he got away from it, and it's down to 38-yard line. I stand corrected. Bashy came up to Steve before the game and said it's Bashy. That's with a more floral A or a capital B. Bashy. Sorry, sir. I know. Look, I messed my own wife's name up, and she'll tell you that. Okay. Rabbits back on the field now. All right, Steve. Two flakers set out of Colorado. Dickerson's in the flanker. Oliver comes in motion around the right side. A little motion from the Bulldogs. Harrison's trapped at just about the 38-yard line. He'll maybe get a half a yard gain out of that.
We fumbled it on the snap right there, Andy. That ball weighs about a pound more than it normally does.
I'm sure their legs do too. Once these guys get warmed up, these offenses will start clicking. Mr. Noel brings the play in. I can't mess that up.
He's a good guy.
I messed Ken's name up the first half of the season, and I had to apologize to him last week. Well, good group of guys. I'm going to tell you what, these guys have been some of the best disciplined and most gentleman-like ball players I think I've ever been around. That's going to be Bashy around the right side in motion. Blaylock's got a little running room. He's going to be dropped for after about a yard and a half game, and the Rabbits are ending up with about the same production as the Bulldogs here, bringing up the
Boy, he made a cut back up on that one. I thought he was going to take it.
I did too. He had a little thing there. Marlon Oliver's slow getting up there. And he seems to be all right. Now, this turf could really do some damage to some knees tonight, as slick as it is out there right now. But they seem to be adjusting. I look for Everett Dickerson to maybe get a pass over the middle. They tried that last week against Jefferson a couple of times.
We had pretty good luck on third down plays like this.
Okay, this is about a 3rd and 9 or 8 and a half, however you want to call it. That's a long 8. No, he's looking all the way downfield. And it's Randy Casey Kidd, great catch. I had Randy on the plane. Casey Kidd, great catch down there at the Bulldog 20, and he was interfered with all day long, but he caught it before the referee could get the flag out of his pocket.
40-yard pass play, Andy.
Strike one for the Rabbits. So much for my little to Dickerson over the middle.
Hey, and that's 1 inch in for a penetration.
We'll take it and we won't need it. So the Rabbit offense coming out with a long, quick strike, big strikes they've been noted for all season, and it was really something to see. Ken Harrison had all week to throw back there. That offensive line doing a great job tonight. Get it for you in just a second. I want to make sure I get all this line in. They did a super job in that second half up there against Jefferson last week. Everett's got it for about. Everett did a good job of pulling up there at the line of scrimmage, moving to his left, kind of fading in and picking up a 4 yards. Offense tonight for the Atlanta Rabbits. We're looking at Casey Kidd at the wide receiver, Mitch Savage, left tackle, Efton Nickelberry, left guard, Jason Frost in there at the center, Donnie Hunt, right guard, right tackles Marlon Oliver, Kenneth Harrison's going to be the quarterback, of course. In the backfield, look for Dickerson, look for Blaylock, look for a lot of people actually. Misdirection play. Blaylock's up the middle for about 4. He's still at the 6 at the 2-yard line. Holy smoke.
Threw 2 tackles, Andy, to get those extra yards.
Great play by Blaylock. You know, so Rabbits are forcing the Atlanta Rabbit offense. I don't know what Coach Scharnberg did, but they're forcing the Bulldogs to commit to a gap or forcing them to stunt, and when they do, the tailbacks are waiting them out and going between the seam, and they're picking up some good yardage. Good play. We're down here at a 1st and 2. Actually, it's a first and goal from about the 2-yard line. Atlanta Rabbits looking to score first this game. 8:05 to go in the first quarter. And up the middle, Everett Dickerson puts 6 on board for the Atlanta Rabbits and way on top. O'Kelly's going to make it 7. We need an A-OK. That's right. Had a little trouble last week up there in the college goalpost, and it's kind of scary, but Ken Harrison came through with some good 2-point conversions for us. Well, this wind is brisk up here tonight. Kelly sets, McCall's a holder. These guys have blocked some kicks this year, Steve.
I understand they had about 4 blocked extra points.
They didn't get that one. They did not get that one. That one is good. O'Kelly makes it 7-0. You're watching Rabbit football right here on AQC TV. We'll be back with this.
For all your cellular phone needs, stop by Atlanta Communications at 104 East Hiram in Atlanta, or Cass County Communications at 121 West Houston in Linden. They are your Century Cellunet authorized agent. Century Cellunet cellular network and digital technology give you a crystal clear reception, plus the widest coverage in the area. If you need to stay in touch, stop by Atlanta Communications at 104 East Hiram in Atlanta, or Cass County Communications at 121 West Houston in Linden. Century Cellunet, service of the century.
Dickerson's the man of the moment as we come back for the kickoff after the Atlanta Rabbits. Everett Dickerson actually scored for the Atlanta Rabbits. 8:01 mark to go here in the first quarter at Stanridge Stadium in Carrolton, Texas. And that was a great run. Matter of fact, Everett had a couple of good runs. Ken Harrison had a great pass down there to Casey Kidd. And we got the Rabbit ball rolling the way we like to see it go.
Oh, you bet. Early strike.
Big strike. And they also got nailed for the interference down here. Hey, some of your Rabbit supporters tonight are McDonald's out on Highway 59, Ivan Smith Furniture. Go see Peyton. Napa Auto Parts on Louise Street. Felix Frank Insurance is your Allstate agent, and Adcock Pharmacy, where the customer is our main concern. And go Rabbit! Let's do it! How'd we do that, Arthur? Ball's up. It's going back to about the 16-yard line, and it's enough. It's live. It's live down at the 5, and he's still live at about the 15. He's going to just about get live, and there's Rabbits pounding him all over the place back there.
And there's misfires all over him. I see.
It looks like Greg Fields in there, too. They get the
there you go. Greg Fields.
Mr. Noel.
Bashi.
We're going to get your name right all night. All right. Rabbit defense back on the field. Rabbit back on the field.
The way he plays, Andy, I'll call his name right all day long.
All right. This is what we want to do. This is what we drove up here to see. Boy, it's cool. Boy, this is what they call football weather. That's right around the right side. Boy, he nailed for about 3, but right in the water.
Hey, that could be an ally for us. Splash him.
For those of you who watched the game, which I think about half of Atlanta did last Friday night, or Monday night Saturday night we played. You watched it Monday or Tuesday. Me and Steve lost our voices up there in the press box there at the end of the game, and we were screaming into that microphone, and I couldn't have stood another 2 minutes of that game. They're coming with the twins to the left, a high formation in the backfield. Rabbit surge a little bit. They didn't catch him, and he's nailed in the backfield. Mikhail Justice sets up a great nail. This will be Justice. And who are we going to give that? Cody Melton? Let's give Cody Melton. Justice and Garner. Mikhail Justice back there and drilled him in the backfield. Gave Garner time to just bust him, and the whole defense just lit him up. Mikhail, he's swarming tonight. Well, he did such a fantastic job last week of lining up against that side of beef he was lined up against. That man was huge. What, about 300 pounds? Mikhail's about bench pressing him, too, at the end of the game. Quarterback face to the right. He's got a man out there in the flat. Down Bulldogs, and we can't sleep on that all night.
Andy, they took us on that one.
Yeah, they did a good job. They flowed the whole our defense all the way to their left, our right side, and our cornerback, that's going to be Brad, I think, over kind of bid on it just a little bit, and it was a great play, but I don't look for it to be there all night. You can catch him once or twice in the evening. I've seen few football teams do that, but I don't look for it to be there all night. Good play by the Rabbits defense on the recovery there. They did pick up the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 from just about the 27-yard line. Cody Melton goes to the left.
And little blue.
Ooh. Boy, Steve, these rabbits are swarming that defensive
That was a herd of rabbits.
Man, they are swarming out here. Look for Mingo Clay coming in now. He's going to get... Hey, Steve, Mingo's checking in to give Marwin a break out here. And he did kind of turn his leg a little bit over there on that first series. I'm sure they want to give him some rest. Oh, did him and Donnie have a super game on offense last week?
It was all you could ask for them to be able to stay in their one position all night and do what they did.
That whole offensive line, our whole team deserves credit. I'm not trying, but I want to point out some of these young men. 40. Ooh, let's see. They're going to pick up another 2 and bring up about a third and 3.5, make it 4. And the Rabbit defense, I think they need to be looking pass here, Steve.
They need about 2 yards now, Andy.
Now, I look for maybe a pass up to the flat again. It worked good. And Everett Dickerson's coming in along with Robert Lawson. He's going to spell Donnie Hunt. And with Everett coming in, he's checking in for McHale now. So they're going to let Mingo and Everett come in and put the pressure. And that is something else to see.
Back to the speed defense. Look at this.
They better look out for 34. There's going to be a head rocking in that backfield. And
got us.
And they have a flea flicker play on. Look where Everett's at back here now.
Let's see if they jump.
Oh, we jumped. Mingo,
please, let's see if
Mingo launched. He didn't jump. He launched.
They knew what to do on that one.
Well, this Rabbit crowd's on their feet down here.
Hey, Andy, that's aggressiveness. I'll take it. Give it up.
We did a little bit of that last week,
That's
too.
right.
You know,
Give it up.
I'm not going to fault them. They're trying to get back in there and spend the night. They're going to get the first down, but that's okay. Everett Dickerson was in that backfield before the ball, I do believe. He was unbelievably quick. Ken Harrison's in there at the safety. I guess Coach Scharnberg likes his speed and his ability to read those opposing offenses. One split to the left. They're coming in with the tight end and a flanker now. One splits out to the right, motion to the left, twin backfield. They get set. Cody Melton sets around the right side for the Rabbits. There's a handoff up the middle. Misdirection. One man got a hand on it. They nailed him. Everett Dickerson doing a great job of getting some pressure in there.
Everett got in there, Andy, like you said, he got a lot of pressure.
And then Randy Garner just closed his clock out. You know, Everett, he's one of those players I like to watch because he goes out there and runs his heart out on offense, and then he gets in there on the defense, and he just looks for people to hit. That's in there for Mingo now.
I have a feeling Justice is going to enjoy this night after last week.
They got Michael. That side of beef he was playing was unreal.
Oh. He's in cold storage now.
That sets the linebackers. They're twin splits on one side, single to the other, single backfield. Man in motion around the right side. He sets up for pass blocking. He's looking all the way downfield. Oh, no. But let's give credit where credit is due to number 31 for the Atlanta Rabbits, Mr. Milton. Did a great job of coming in there and cleaning that play up. Cody Melton, he was only about 2 foot off the pass. I thought he actually caught it.
Almost, Andy. I thought he had it. That's the reason I jumped out there and spoke like I did.
One thing I'm really pleased to see out here tonight, though, Steve, is the Rabbits' defense and offense. They seem to be playing well, and they were really bruised and banged up last week, and I mean, they played their hearts out. To be able to get back up again this week, come out and play at this level so far has been great. 3:33 to go in the first quarter. Okay, it's about 3rd and 6 now. Ball's on the 45-yard line. Quarterback drops back. Greg Fields is all over him. He's going for the first down, and he's going to make it. It's going to be just about a yard short, 2 yards for the spot.
Lawson and Savage on that one, Andy.
Great job. Greg Fields was just running all over the backfield there. And, man, he had the game of his life last week, didn't he? He made some really key plays on that defense that just really sparked the Rabbits on. And he's one of those quiet players. You know, I talk about him all the time, but he does not get a lot of the name calling we do with some of these other players. But that's because nobody likes to run to him. He's fast, he's quick, he's strong, he's smart.
Okay, Andy, it looks like they're going to go for it.
Let's see, it's 4th and 1. Boy, you can see anything out of this offense. Flanker position, twin split.
They're to Colorado.
Too much time. And they're going to get nailed for too much time, and I'm sure they're going to punt. So look at the Rabbits. They're getting the crowd on their feet there. All right.
Good point, Andy. They still haven't crossed the 50.
All right, 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Rabbits on top 7-0.
Punt team.
Wylie doing a good job of little ball control there. I mean, it's a slippery field out there, and I'm wondering how much that ball, after they start getting a little wet, is going to play. High snap, he gets it off. No bumping there by Justice. And, I thought somebody caught that.
Oh, Randy Garner was there. I think he wanted that ball.
Rabbits are going to get it at the 34.5-yard line. We'll take a break and be back with more right here on AQC TV.
Experience color at its finest. Barfoot Jewelry has 2 dermatologists on staff and has made a positive and distinct step toward the colored stone market. Barfoot offers fancy colored diamonds, all colors, garnet, sapphire, tourmaline, and much more. So come by Barfoot Jewelry, 703B, West Main, Atlanta, and let us introduce you to color, custom colors.
the honest sentiment.
And whoa, he should have just kept that. Ew.
How did he miss that tackle?
He just makes a miss. I call him a shadow almost, or a cat, because he just fades every time somebody gets near him. He had a good throw there to Billy Oliver in triple coverage, and Billy almost got his hands on it. And if Billy gets his hands on it back there, they better get ready to catch him, because he's going to make things happen in deep field.
Now, I want you to know, Sandy, who's still on the field.
4th and make it 7 now for the Rabbits from the Bulldogs 32.
That shows how much confidence Coach Scharnberg has in our defense out there.
There's no sense in kicking it from here. I mean, we can at least pick up a few yards. I formation, twin split. Bulldogs jump. They didn't call it. Over the middle pass to Everett. This time, kill. That's kill him out. No, sir. Casey. Jeff Fox. We'll get it in a minute. Jeff Fox did a great job there. Boy, great play. Right over the middle, slant in from the tight end. They had him covered. He still managed to get out front. Ken Harris did a great job of leading him in. And it gives the Rabbits new life down here on their own on the Bulldogs 20-yard line with a 1st and 10. And see, we're talking 7-point score now. Bulldogs have got to be getting weary down there. You can't get beat on too many 4th down conversions and still stay in the ball game. Drop back for Harrison. Over to the left. Casey. He stayed in. Casey's going to get bumped out after about a 6-yard pickup, but that's 6 yards closer to the end zone for the Rabbits. I believe that's 8:44 to go in the second quarter. There's a digit missing out of that clock over in there. 6 and the 8 looks the same. 7-0. Rabbits on top, looking to make it 14 if they can. And the Rabbits passing game is coming on, whether Abilene's is or not.
And those big corners like that have a lot of problems in humidity like this.
I'm serious. Well, they got one of the linebackers playing in. Both of their backs playing in real tight. Up the middle. He got the ball. He got He's back. With 8:38 to go in the game, the Rabbits on top 13-0. Every visitor, a great left side play. That's just all power speed because 2 or 3 of the Bulldogs have their hands up.
3 tackles to get in there, Andy.
And they keep going and going and going. O'Kelly out to make it 2. 2 great tackles broken by Everett Dickerson there. Well, I have to stand up here. I have got to stand up. That sitting down is making me flat as a board. O'Kelly set to kick the ball. McCullough, it's bobbled. We're going to have a loose one. O'Kelly rolls right. He's and he is just chokehold down there to 25, and it'll remain 13-0. You're watching Rabbit Ball right here on AQC TV.
Nothing can stop the Atlanta Rabbits. They keep going and going and going and going.
And the Bulldog coaches, as they get ready to break for the kickoff, have got to be trying to settle their team down now. They're a little confused out there. The Rabbits are pretty well having their way offensively and defensively with them, although they've had a couple of good strikes offensively. And so I'm sure they're going to start. We may see some gadget plays come out here even on this kickoff, Steve.
In this exact same situation, this is where most teams have made their first mistake against us on the kickoff, and we've been able to get another penetration off that.
That's true. Now, one thing I'm curious about Abilene. Now, they're running out of passing team for sure, but I'm sure they came in here with a plan of attack on how to handle the Atlanta Rabbits.
But they're just slow. It's the only problem. They're just a slow team.
Yeah, well, what I want to see is if they're going to stay with their game plan, or are they going to come out here early in the second quarter with Hail Mary passes like a couple of these other teams have already done.
Take that. We got a couple of guys waiting on that.
That's true. 8:36 to go, 13-0. Rabbits on top. O'Kelly gets ready for the kickoff. Boy, they chokehold him down there to 25 on that bobbled snap. And that's going to happen out here under these conditions. There you go, bobbled ball at the 10. And Rabbits all over him. He's middle at the 10. James laid a bullseye on him and took him out. And the Bulldogs in a big hole now. And see, that was a short kick by Adam.
It's short, but it's effective.
I don't know if he's trying to do that on purpose or
The turf has him running a little tentative, Andy. He can't get his plant on a kickoff like he normally would.
well, the Atlanta Rabbits defense has got some sweet field position to work out of now, and these guys get real dangerous when they get down here. Sponsors tonight here in the second quarter also Grogan Appliance, Harps Jewelers, Hill Sewing Center and Vacuum Shop, Offenhauser Insurance Company, and of course Joel Steger being the insurance agent over there. Y'all go see it. These guys do a good job on the radio. Oh, can you believe? And he's gonna I don't know what he's gonna
He got
do.
about 12 yards, maybe about 10 yards.
What are they gonna mark that at? Because I didn't know if his knee went down or not.
And they get in first down. And it's not the first time tonight we've had the guy right there and then missed him.
Are they going to measure that? Yeah, they're coming out for a measurement. Now, that was close. Now, I mean, Brad did a good job of hanging on to it. He did it. He just didn't get any closing help over there quick enough. And as wet as it is out there, I mean, even those uniforms start to get slick after a little bit. And, you know, I mean, there's going to be times that's going to happen.
Well, as cold as it is, you don't have that urge to hit the guy as hard as you normally would.
Give credit to the Rabbit front four, though. There was some massive pressure back there on that quarterback. And, Steve, they can't keep letting that happen, or he's going to be looking up at the light racks here all night. Well, there's a huge crowd up here on this deck.
I can tell you which ones I'd like for an account.
Here we go. Okay, Wylie Bulldogs back up. I formation. The splits are on each side.
You reckon we need to tell them that the first down wasn't a penetration?
And they're going to reset. Well, they did penetrate the other side of the 20. Oh.
Are they trying to jackalope opposite?
Referee signal to get this thing started. 8:05 now on the clock. They've got the clock going now. 21-yard line's where the ball spotted, and that's the Wylie Bulldogs. Now, Steve, I look for a boomer here. They've had some success throwing.
They're in close, Andy. This is a pro set off.
Number 5 goes in motion around the left side. Ken Harrison's going with him. Fake to the weak side. He's got pressure. He's looking all the way downfield. That's all ball. Intercepted. And Steve, Amy James did a great job with pass coverage back there. He had it covered all the way. And that was a really confusing set for the defense to have to keep up with. And they were all over the quarterback once again in the backfield. Forced him to commit just a little early before his receiver was ready. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 now.
Andy did everything he could on that. He just didn't have enough time to get to the ball.
Now, one thing I'm really curious about here is now I haven't seen it yet. I know they've got a couple of really talented tailbacks, number 34 being their Bulldogs, but I haven't seen that much of it, so I'm wondering how much they're going to rely on the passing game tonight.
Well, it's what got them through last week against Springtown.
Drop back pass. Yes, and Corey Rabbits almost butt heads at the 30 trying to bring that one in. Great tip. I didn't see who got the tip. Donnie Hunt did a great job of deflecting the pass there from that defensive end position, and it brings up 3rd and 10. And one of the hazards of passing on first down is if you don't make it, you're in the hole for 2 or 3 more. 21-yard line, ball still there. And this is definitely a passing down now. Look for a draw play. They're coming out of Colorado, and there are 4 receivers to the left side. Randy Garner's boxed at the line of scrimmage. And once again, the ball's nailed way before it gets to the receiver.
Cody had a touchdown.
And that's 2 or 3 times this year Cody's had a touchdown and watched it go behind him. So the Ken Harrison is just all cranked up out there. And the Rabbits force a Bulldog punt. And see, that's what I was talking about. I don't think that was in the game plan to come out chunking long on first down to get back in the game. And a 13-0 lead is what the Rabbits have. And I'm really surprised. I figured they'd stay with more with ball control here, at least still in the first half. So the Rabbits should end up, if they kick this to Billy, they're going to end up in very good field position.
He's just 4 yards out of 50-yard line.
I'd be really impressed to see if it goes to him. Mr. Noel's in the back. He gets it off. This one could go to Bocce. Billy handles it, and Billy gets knocked out of bounds, and it's worked out of his hands over there at the 50-yard line. 7:26 to go in the half in the second quarter as they change out here. We're going to take a break and be back for more right after this on AQC TV.
Four-door tilt, cruise, car, windows, locks, cassette, stereo, 29,000 miles, a GM program card for only $12,995 plus tax, title, and license. That's $12,995 plus TP&L at JDL Used Cars, Route 59 here in Atlanta. Go by and see Cal or on today at JDL Used Cars, Route 59 in Atlanta, a proud supporter of the Atlanta Rabbits.
Price Hardware, and many other refined Rabbit supporter sponsors such as First Baptist Church on the corner of Higham and Miller. Reverend Joe Church was the pastor. Up the middle to Everett. Bulldogs his way. 3 or 4, however they mark it. Good run. He's twisting and spinning like he's been wanting to do all year, and this AstroTurf is just his natural ground, Steve.
Hey, I tell you what, there's some college coaches out there watching. They ought to be seeing a totally different Everett. Something I'd be interested in if I was a college coach myself.
I agree. And, Everett, I think they ought to just, somebody needs to get him where he can play college up here in Carrolton, because this would definitely be his home field. Okay,
there's a couple of JUCOs up here.
I formation now. Blaylock's in the tailback, twin splits. Harrison drops back. He's looking pass, short pass. He's got pressure. At the 27-yard line, he's got some running room and some good blocking.
No, he's got Mitzi Shares on the sandwich.
And, boy, he turned out his life. And the Bulldog crowd, for once tonight, has something to cheer about. You can hear them over here. And good field position goes for naught for the Rabbits with 6:39 to go in the second quarter. And Ken Harrison hands over a first down as he was under some pressure, and he just let that one go just a little early, Steve. It looked like it slipped out.
Looked like it slipped, and Andy, he was about to get creamed anyway.
That has got to be like throwing an ice cube out there. I mean, you can't hold on to that ball very long before it starts numbing the old fingers out. Harrison stays in on defense. I've been really surprised not to see Ben Collins out there. I haven't had a chance to talk to Coach Shelton about it yet. Matter of fact, we've been busy this week. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. Has he moved the ball?
Third time centers move the ball as he comes up in.
Oh, well, that hurt. 1st and 15 now. They didn't need that. They're having enough trouble getting off that ball without that.
Watch that. You get a break like that, and the first thing you do when you get up there is have a penalty.
When this Rabbit defense is ready to swarm. Now, I'm going to be really curious to see if they go back to a running game here. Because, I mean, that Rabbit back secondary is looking past.
Well, they got to establish something, though.
Well, they really do, besides confusion. Colorado-style offense with a flanker and a tight end over there. 34's in motion. That's their tailback. He's around the left side. He's got pressure. That's blasted. Lawson, give Robert Lawson credit for getting up with his face, making him pull up, and Marlon Oliver did a great finish on that. And that 5-yard penalty wasn't nothing compared to what they just ate. Yeah. Great tackle there. Defensive end staying at home. That Oliver and Lawson did a great job there. Let's give good credit. Robert Lawson stepping right back in there where he left off last week. And I can't tell. Well, Marlon's in there, so Mingo's not in yet. I guess they're going to let him go. Well, Mingo's in for McHale now. That'll be interesting. Single back formation at Colorado. There's a flanker, 2 splits, tight end. He's got all kinds of passing patterns. Good job. And that's going to be Greg Fields. Greg Fields, yeah, did a great job of getting a hand out there on that. And well, this Rabbit defense is swarming back there now. They know how to play against the Colorado offense.
Yeah, I think they practiced against it a couple of times.
They've seen enough of these pass patterns. They probably go home at night sleeping against them. Great defense there by Greg Fields. And so the Rabbits going to bring up a 3rd and, what is it now?
21.
Scoreboard's out. 3rd and 21. Okay. Ball's right out here on just about 26-yard line. Same offense. Pressure's on the quarterback. Rabbit defense is just bulldozing. Good catch back there. Oh! That short yardage is not going to get you anywhere when you're 30 yards in the hole. 5:37 to go in the first half, and the Bulldogs are looking to Amy on that stop. Great job by Amy James there, bringing in, closing that off. That's 2 sledgehammer hits he's made tonight. And Amy, one thing I've noticed he likes to do is sit back there at that cornerback, and whenever they run or throw on a short pass, he just draws a bullseye on their chest, and he has hurt some people this year.
We're going to give them 4th and 12.
That sounds about right. Ball's on the 36-yard line now. Carrolton, Texas, the Standard Stadium. Boy,
Our home.
boy, we had a good time at this stadium 2 weeks ago.
Hey,
and the
instead of
Rabbits-
building a new stadium next year, you may let us
They're
come
going to
here.
turn them out, Steve. We're going to take a break right after this on AQC TV.
For all your cellular phone needs, stop by Atlanta Communications at 104 East Hiram in Atlanta, or Cass County Communications at 121 West Houston in Linden. They are your Century Cellunet authorized agent. Century Cellunet's cellular network and digital technology give you a crystal clear reception, plus the widest coverage in the area. If you need to stay in touch, stop by Atlanta Communications at 104 East Hiram in Atlanta, or Cass County Communications at 121 West Houston in Linden. Century Cellunet, service of the century.
Here at Standard Stadium, and boy, that's just not making things any better. The
So many raindrops across the helmets of the Wylie Bulldogs.
But I'm gonna tell you what, the Bulldogs got a 13-0 deficit to the Atlanta Rabbits, and the Atlanta Rabbit defense forced a big fourth down there. And this rain is just not going to make it any more comfortable. This is the semifinals. There's 4 teams left in Class 3A. Next week there's going to be a state championship game, and both these teams came up here expecting to walk away the winner. Right now the Atlanta Rabbits are on top. But Steve, one thing we can't do, and I don't think these guys will, get overconfidence here.
I don't think we have to worry about that. But you know, right now, Andy, I don't think there's a fan in this on this side of the stadium that has noticed the rain or the cold in the last 24 minutes.
That's right, because they're all up here with us. I said that. I wonder if they're going to try a punt, a fake.
Barely got the ball back.
They got it off. I don't know what the timeout was for, unless they were trying to set a defense up. Ball's going to get a good roll back to about the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at 29. That's where the Rabbits will get it back. The Bulldogs, now, I don't want to count them out for a second, because remember, they were picked 4th in the district. They were the by-district runner-up in their district. And, hey, they have just hammered people all the way up the line, just like we have. They've been the underdog. They've been picked to lose every week. Matter of fact, if I remember right, as a rule, Atlanta's been picked to lose every week.
And against Spring Hill, you know.
Yeah, that was kind of
there.
Yeah.
Even so, the Longview papers weren't giving us any luck on that either.
Well, let's see here. Rabbits come back up the line of scrimmage. We got Blaylock in there now. Dickerson in the backfield. Steve, he's only got one split. Oliver's in the flanker position. And Everett Dickerson has been dangerous all night. I'll be curious to see if this is full back up the middle. No, it's the Blaylock. Blaylock's got some running room for about 6. And Everett Dickerson, give him about 8 yards. 8 yards. And Everett Dickerson, you saw on your screen there, rolled right out of the picture as he laid several good blocks and gave him a good hole through there.
And that's the kind of teamwork we've shown in the last 6 games Andy has gotten us here. Those 2 young men, it's a shame Everett's not at least a junior. That way we can have them back playing together like that next year.
Some of these fine people bringing you the game tonight. Holly Branch Christmas Tree Farm out there on Highway 59 South. International Paper Company, Texarkana Mill. I'll get some more.
Back to Blaylock.
Ooh. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and a lot more than what we had to go a minute ago. Texarkana Mill, the Atlanta National Paper Texarkana Mill, the proud supporters of the Atlanta Rabbits. Gary Walker's Custom Studio over there on Main Street and the Red River Credit Union are some of the fine sponsors that are bringing you this game tonight from Standard Stadium in Carrolton, Texas. And we're glad to have them aboard, and we thank them for coming out and help support the Rabbits.
Surprisingly large crowd.
Yeah, very surprised. This is a big
It's not
crowd.
surprising. If you've seen Atlanta all week long, this town is excited about this football.
Oh, you're talking about paint the town maroon. Drop back pass. Harrison's got pressure. He dumps off over there to Blaylock. Boy, he's got some running room. He's got the first down. He's in midfield. No bad block. And he's going to get 26 for the Bulldogs. Chances he left there to win. But Steve, give him credit. That was a dump-off play. Just a safety valve for Ken Harrison. And he makes a whole lot out of nothing. And the crowd is on their feet. Yeah. And it's down at the 1-yard line. They ought to just give it to him and let him take it in, man. He deserves it. They may have to pull him off and give him some air. they need to get the ball in this play. I hope he gets it. That's going to be a chip if they give it to him. Here goes Everett, and Everett makes really short work. And Blaylock was in there too. And the real show on top, that's going to be what? 20, 19 to nothing. And there's Blaylock and Dickerson down on the field. Derek Blaylock with a fantastic race down there. And see, he was giving it all he got up there on that slick field. He just couldn't get that extra step. 26.
And he attributed something else there. He did hang on to the ball the whole way and had it double covered halfway through on that run.
Yeah, and
that slowed him down a little bit.
That's true, because 2 weeks ago he did have a little fumble on it. They were smacking him though. Number 26, Archer, did a good job of bringing him down to 1 yard line, but Everett Dickerson did a good job finishing. Option for Harrison. Harrison's going to be stopped at the 4, and that's going to be all she wrote for that extra point. 19 to nothing. Rabbits on top. 3:05 to go in the half. You're watching Rabbit football right here on AQC TV.
Well, it's tumble time and fumble time. Hey, ready, let's go. You gotta hit that line. Hey, catch the ball. Hey, make the run. Oh, most of all, you gotta have a lot of fun. It's American made from the USA. It's Monday Night Football and it's time to play. Are you ready to run? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready for America to get down prime time smack round show? We're gonna make you smile and get rid of your blues. Monday Night Football boogie for you.
Clark warming up for the state track finals out there on the field tonight. Woo, he was smoking out there. Down to the 1 yard line. How long was that run, Steve?
I don't forget.
40, 50?
A bunch of them.
64 yards. 64-yard run by Derek Blaylock to set up the last Rabbit score. 19 to nothing. 2 missed extra points in a row on 2 scores. Bad snap. McCall couldn't get his hands on it. O'Kelly tried, couldn't make it. Harrison tries the option play and just doesn't get it, and they stop him at about the 4 yard line as they were ready for it. But the Rabbits still have a 3-touchdown lead at 3:05 to go in the first half, and 90 yards already Bulldog team. Taking it at about the 28, he stopped at 36, and that's where they're going to take it over.
Blaylock already has 90 yards, Andy.
Ooh, boy, that rain just keeps coming down out there. I mean, just keeps. And like I said, it's blowing into the Bulldogs' face over there. Man, that's got to be miserable. You see it down there. That artificial surface you're looking at there is just collecting the water. Rabbits having a good game after that head rocker last week. I was really curious to see how they came out and played. Coach Scharnberg said they were ready to play on Thursday. They were so fired up, and they showed it. Donnie Hunt trying to bleed through there, and no, the ball was underthrown. It would have been a first down had he managed to get his hands on it, but the quarterback was under a lot of pressure, and about the time he got a man open, he just ditched it. Good coverage over there by Amy James, making them throw it to the inside where they couldn't get a hand on it. 2nd and 10 now. Ball's on the Bulldog 35. Boy, we're having a big crowd up here tonight. Woo! There are Rabbit fans coming from all over the country out here tonight. He's dropping straight back. Oh, draw play up the middle. Oh, down to about the 47. And, boy, that even fooled me.
15-yard pickup there.
Mr. Melton there did a good job of shutting him down. I believe that was Cody. Y'all play, you know.
That was a big man, Marshall Pinkston, on that one.
They're going to get one of those every now and then. But they still got to get it across that little stripe out there that says G on it. And I don't look for it to happen. Rabbit's going to call a timeout, it looks like, as there's total.
We need a little down.
Atlanta Rabbits call timeout with 2:42 to go in the game. You're watching Rabbit football right here on AQC TV.
Fun. Barfoot Jewelry has Pigeon colors on staff and has made a positive and distinct step toward the colored stone market. Barfoot offers fancy colored diamonds, all colors, garnet, sapphires, tourmaline, and much more. So come by Barfoot Jewelry, 703B, West Main, Atlanta, and let us introduce you to color, custom color.
I'm going to tell you what, that speaks highly of Everett Dickerson now whenever he comes on for a relief and both defensive linemen come on. I mean, handle it, man. We're going to take a break, get some Gatorade and some hot chocolate. First and 10 now. Bulldogs right there on the 50-yard line. They've got to cross it once tonight to no avail. Rabbit defense getting ready to buck up. That was a good draw play for 15 yards. He looks over the middle.
Almost a block.
It was almost tipped. That's going to be good for 4 yards. And the Rabbits are getting massive penetration back there, and they're being forced to settle for the 4 and 5 yard out. Cody Melton on the stop there. Good play. Good play. Somebody got a hand on it. Was that McHale? No, that's Everett. All I saw was a 4 and an arm. He beat the snap, Steve. He beat the snap back there.
He keeps thinking he can intercept one of their handoffs and go ahead and run it back.
Quarterback, Everett was on him before he could move. I know the coaches over at Abilene, they were worried about our tackles coming in there. McHale checks in. That's going to be Mingo checking off or coming off. So now we've got just about as much speed as you could ever want on the defensive line. McHale does his spring flop down there, and he's digging in. He's piling over 3 guys. Oh, got it. Hands. Who was that masked man?
Oh,
Number 12, Ken Harrison.
Andy, we got somebody down back over here. I think
he's okay. Ken Harrison laid a lick in there. I was watching McHale Justice when he came off that line of scrimmage. At least 2 Bulldog offensive linemen were moving backwards as he was digging in at their knees, and they just couldn't hold him, Steve. Whenever it takes 2 offensive linemen per tackle, that's going to leave all kinds of opening for the rest of your defense. And later on in the game, you're going to see a lot of Mitch Savage blasting through there on a blitz.
Andy, I don't know about that. We may be spelling those guys right earlier than they planned on.
4th and 10. And Everett's got a fake. It wasn't a fake. Man snap, and he may get a first.
No,
he's
no way.
Close. He's going to be close. Nope. So, great job by McHale Justice, and I believe that's Donnie Hunt got in there. I may be wrong. McHale and Donnie doing a great job of getting in there and putting all kinds of pressure. I don't know if it was a planned fake or he just didn't like the pressure he's getting.
Andy, that was a bad snap. He didn't have any choice.
It was a bad snap? Okay. 1st and 10 now from the 43. There's 1:24 to go in the first half, and I'm sure Coach Scharnberg like to ice a few more points on this thing.
Yeah, he ain't the only one.
Rabbits having a great first half so far. I mean, it's a team effort. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. Good production out of Blaylock, Dickerson, Harrison. The receivers catching some passes. Good catch by Jeff Fouts down there. Up the middle of Blaylock, he stopped for about a yard.
I think they were waiting for
maybe a loss. They can't watch everybody.
He still got right around 90 all-purpose yards on it.
Coach Scharnberg got 2 twins, 2 splits out to the right side now. And they still haven't started the game clock or play clock. There it goes. Coming over under a minute. Harrison gets back on the field. Boy, they were way back there with that huddle. That huddle was deep. I formation. That's Oliver and Casey to the right side, I believe. Jeff in there at the tight end.
Yeah.
Harrison drops back. He's got all week. It's over the middle of Billy, but it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. It's going to go high, and it's going to stop the clock and bring up a 3rd and 10.
Andy, I don't know if that was a bad pass or a bad plan or whether he just thought he had he could jump a little bit higher.
He had all week to throw it, too. Well,
we've gotten spoiled, haven't we?
It was there. But, you know, after that catch Billy made last week, I'm going to give him whatever he wants. I mean, that was a pressure catch, and he ran right under it. It landed in his hands, and he did the one thing he needed to do, and that was catch it and put it over the goal line, and he did.
My voice hurts thinking about it.
Pitch around the left side. Blaylock's got it, Steve. Oh, he's going to be close to a first.
Oh, man, maybe a yard short.
32 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if Coach Scharnberg calls the timeout or runs it out. He may just want to get him into the half. I don't know.
I'd go ahead and send him out there and get it out of the half.
Clock is timeout. Timeout called by the Bulldogs of Wylie. We're going to take a break and see what happens right after this on AQC TV. There's 16 ticks on the clock.
Tires built by Queen City Tire in Queen City. Mountain and balance of free with 10% off tire sale at Cooper Tires. Queen City Tire, Queen City. Go by and see Kennel Shops in Laurel Sparrow, Jeff Mark, and Clipper McCaslin for Cooper Tires at Queen City Tire. Highway 59, Queen City. Cooper Tires at Queen City Tire.
gut check, but the only gut check out there is going to be for the Bulldogs. 16 clicks on the clock, 4th and 1 for the Rabbits. Their own 48-yard line. Whatever you want to do, man. Bulldogs are the one that called timeout.
I say drop down and knee.
We've got 3 timeouts left. They've got 1.
Do what? They're rolling the clock back to 19 seconds. I looked up and saw 16, and I had 19 written down a minute ago.
That's a minute 90.
Yeah, it'll take
minute 9.
It's going to take them a second to get there.
Well, so they're going to get a little more timeout than they planned on. That's not a minute 9, guys. Okay, whatever.
We need a minute 9 to get another touchdown.
There's going to be 19 seconds on the clock regardless.
Well, they can leave that one there. We know when it's over.
And I believe that Cale Melton down there on the punt team, so we're going to punt it.
AHS is an institution of higher learning.
Cale Melton's pointing to him that that was definitely wrong. We'll take an extra minute, but they don't want it.
No, it's all.
I'm sure his coaches just want to get him into the half there. They got it set. Oh, Kelly set for the punt. And that was
nice, slow.
Fair catch called, and it's bobbled. And it's going to be brought down at just about the 29-yard line. He knocked a couple of ticks off the clock, 11 seconds to go in the half, and the Bulldogs will have time for a couple of deep ones.
Andy, I think those are supposed to be a designed pooch punt, but boy, it's hard to kick out there.
It is. Oh, Kelly's doing a good job, though. I mean, he had that one bobbled snap over there.
That ball is wet and frozen and on the foot. Oh, I wish I had Jefferson's barefoot kicker out here this week.
I don't think he'd be out here kicking barefoot tonight. Oh, man. That makes me hurt thinking. Now, they're coming out of the eye with 3 wide receivers, no tight end. I'm sure those guys in the back are just trying to block. Draw up the middle.
They're just going to run it.
They call a timeout for a draw play. 4, 3, 2, 1. Half's over. Rabbits on top. 19-0. And the crowd is on their feet. Rightly so. These guys played a great first half. We'll talk about it after this on AQC TV.
Come on over to the hometown choice, where we ensure we'll be there for you.
Hello everyone, I'm Jerry Griffin. Do you have your renewal for your auto insurance yet? Did it go up again? Are you fed up with it? Then call me, Jerry Griffin, at 796-8676 for a free quote. You see, American National is dedicated to keeping the rate low and the service high. Maybe your company is raising your rates to help pay for earthquake damage in California or a flood in the Midwest. Is that fair? I don't think so. Folks, 1994 has been a record year for American National, and it's not because of rate increases. So call today at 796-8676 to find out why your friends and neighbors are changing their auto insurance to American National with Jerry Griffin.
Come on over to the hometown choice, where we ensure we'll be there for you. Come on over to the hometown choice, where we sure will be there for you.
Hello everyone, I'm Jerry Griffin. Do you have your renewal for your auto insurance yet? Did it go up again? Are you fed up with it? Then call me, Jerry Griffin, at 796-8676 for a free quote. You see, American National is dedicated to keeping the rate flow and the service high. Maybe your company is raising your rates to help pay for earthquake damage in California or a flood in the Midwest. Is that fair? I don't think so. Folks, 1994 has been a record year for American National, and it's not because of rate increases. So call today at 796-8676 to find out why your friends and neighbors are changing their auto insurance to American National with Gary Griffin.
Come on over to the hometown choice, where we ensure we'll be there for you. Fumble time, hey, ready, let's go, you gotta hit that line. Hey, catch the ball, hey, make the run. Oh, most of all, you gotta have a lot of fun. It's American made from the USA. It's Monday Night Football and it's time to play. Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready for America to get down prime time smack show? We're gonna make you smile and get rid of your blues. Monday Night Football boogie for you. Are you ready for the football? I like to yell and cheer with all my rowdy friends. Frank and Al and Dan and me and all the crazy fans dancing on the TV. The camera's on the left, the band's on the right. There's traffic in the air 'cause it's Monday night. Boogie in the end zone, boogie in the stands, boogie in the booth, boogie anywhere you can. Boogie in New York and LA and KC, 'cause the big game each week is on ABC. Are you ready to get rocked? Are you ready to roll? Are you ready for America's #1 primetime football show? We're gonna make you smile and get rid of your blues. Monday Night Football boogie for you. It's the game of the week that's coming your way. It's Monday Night Football and it's time to play.
Abilene-Wylie Bulldogs and Steve the Rabbits have dominated the first half.
Oh, dominated, Andy. It's like welcome to East Texas, here in North Texas for the Abilene. Andy, would you believe that we have held them to a total of 78 yards offensive?
Yeehaw. I mean, these are guys that are used to racking up offensive numbers like we are,
Right.
you know, in the 300 and 400 range, passing and rushing combinations.
And once again, we're holding these dominating running backs that we keep hearing about from our other team. We've held them to a total of 32 yards on the ground, 46 yards in the air. Ourselves, we've gotten 70 on the ground and 122 in the air for a total of 192 yards just in the first half.
That's a good-looking first half. Let's give some credit where credit's due. The defense has dominated the line of scrimmage from the word go. They've got off a sucker play here and there, the draw play, a long pass, a couple of quick outs. But our front four's done a fantastic job of camping out back there with the quarterback. They've had some sledgehammer hits. Emu James laid a big waylay out there, and so did Ken Harrison. Then you come over on the offensive line. They're giving Ken a lot of time to throw. He's capitalizing as much as he can out here with this weather, and it is just getting worse out here.
Great blocks all the way around. The offensive line has really done a good job of holding up. And the runners, for their part, this turf is really in bad shape. It's not just bad turf. It's just wet. And we've noticed on a couple of occasions spots that they would normally love to run in, they've had a tough time.
That's right. Let's give credit, you know. I mean, at least we're on turf. That's one thing Coach Scharnberg said 2 weeks ago when they made the move down to Nacogdoches. You know, him and Coach Bennett both wanted the artificial surface down there because they said you never know what kind of weather you're going to get this time of year. And if this was natural turf, this would be a mud bowl. I mean, it would be a bog. The Rabbits are coming on the field now. The Spirit Line's down there with the band and some of the Rabbit diehards. And they're getting ready to come on the field. There comes a few of them. There go the
Is that because they're wanting to play faster or what?
I don't know. The drizzle is coming down. Some of it you can see there on your screen.
Andy, let's pay attention to one other stat that's been very strange for us. We've only had one penalty for 5 yards.
Tell them's a different refereeing crew. Look at that.
Look at the rain.
Now, whenever I came in here on the LBJ, I was listening to the radio. It was 35 degrees out here, and the wind chill had it down to about a 20-degree wind chill factor. And, whoo, boy, it's going to be hard coming out of that nice, warm locker room and getting back out in this ice-cold field. But I think our guys are up to it.
Looks like I said, I'd been better if I'd never gotten up there in halftime. I'd sit back down, and this bench is cold.
That metal bench. You notice I'm doing most of the standing up. The Bulldogs are taking the field. And
since Barron and Kristen were nice enough last week to go ahead and give us a mention, I'm going to give them a mention.
Barron and Joel?
Yeah, Barron and Joel. I hope they're warm up there.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
I hope you're very warm up there, guys. Final seconds tick off the halftime here at Standard Stadium, and the Rabbits and the Dogs are on the field now. Bulldogs out there in the purple and gold, and Steve, they got a rough road to hoe because they've got to find some way to overcome a dominating defense at the line of scrimmage. They've got to find a defense out here to stop ours. I mean, we've done more to stop our offense than they have.
But one thing we got to think about, what happened last week with Jefferson? They got satisfied, and that's one thing Coach Scharnberg has to put them together.
Like they used to say in the 75th Airborne Rangers, man, it ain't over till it's over. And there's 2 more quarters left, and what happened for you right after this on AQCTV.
And let me let you in on one of the best kept secrets in Cass County. The best lunches at Osborne's Grocery, Farm to Market Road 74 in Queen City. Lunch is served daily from 11 to 2. So come on by and find out one of the best kept secrets in Cass County. Osborne's Grocery, Farm to Market Road 74. They're Bulldog proud in Queen City.
They brought an umbrella. Some people didn't.
Gee, mine's the one that says Astros on it.
I haven't looked down here to see if they just in a T-shirt or something. I think we're perhaps a little better than that. We've been listening to this all morning. We got up, we started listening to the weather. Well, it's going to be in the 40s tonight. It's going to be in the upper 30s. There's no rain. There may be a little drizzle. And now we've got a full-blown just about rain or hard drizzle.
With the wind chill, Andy, it's probably about cold minus.
It's 10 degrees.
It's 18 with the wind chill factor right
now. That makes it 10 degrees below cold. 12 minutes of third quarter action coming your way as the Atlanta Rabbits kickoff receiving team takes the field. Billy Oliver and Blaylock in the deep set. James, Dickerson, Justice, and is that Ben Collins over here on this side? I believe so.
Yeah. Good to see you, Ben.
No, Mr. Noel.
Bashi.
Mr. Noel. He's another one of those quiet guys down there, really. I mean, he makes all kinds of...
He's nice. I enjoy talking to him.
He does. He makes great plays for us, and, he's not out there as a full-time starter most times, but when he's around the ball, things do happen. And this is going to Blaylock. He takes it about the 13, 14. Oh, he's got a running seam. Oh, a great block from Everett Dickerson. And they bring it up to just about the 35, 40-yard line, and that's where the Rabbits will take over.
Oh, Andy, he had a full head of steam, too. If he could have just stayed up.
He's deceiving. He looks like a good wind would blow him over just because he's so young and kind of thin. But he's like Billy Oliver, boy. They'll lower that shoulder and get 2 steps of steam built up, and they slam into people. 1st and 10 now from just about the 36-yard line of their own where the Rabbits will take over. And the Bulldogs, I'm sure, are going to have a slightly different defensive concept out here. They're going to try and do what everybody else has been trying to do all year. Put pressure on Ken Harrison as they come out of the I formation. There's the Blaylock. He's good for 3, and the Rabbits will have it at 40.
Andy, that looks a little conservative, but I tell you what, we really haven't started out with a running play yet.
No, I think we've got 3 scores on the board. What I'd really like to see happen, I'm sure Coach Scharnberg would too, is get Everett Dickerson and Derek Blaylock into the game. Lots of running, lots of clock eating, lots of high percentage ball control plays that move it down the field
And eat up some clock.
That's right, eat clock and get the scores on the board to win the game.
Back in the day.
A lot of people came out here to watch a football game, and they're getting a treat for that. Everett is nailed at the line. I think
Harrison kept it.
Oh, Ken kept it?
Yeah.
Boy, didn't do much with it.
I tell you what, this is the type of game where the offensive line's going to have just a little. It's going to take them a little while to get warmed up and really keep the penetration.
I'm not worried about Coach Ben Scharnberg getting conservative at all. This is the man down here in this very field who tried to throw out of his own end zone. We got nailed for it, but he still tried it.
Hey, it was that end zone right over there, as a matter of fact.
That's right, down here on your right. And then last week against Jefferson, it's a 1st and 4, and he rolls out to the left and tries to throw it. I am not worried about conservative from Coach Scharnberg. Tried to catch him offline, didn't work. Good block over the side. That's Casey Kidd. He's in the middle field and he runs. I don't know why, right between everybody, but he gets across midfield down to the 42-yard line with a great catch and a great run. And Ken did a good job of lining him up and leading the ball where it had to be. Let's see. Tonight's game in the 3rd quarter being brought to you by Osborne's Grocery in Queen City.
Best kept secret in Cass County.
That's right. Good food. Lynn says good food. Build it up. Good food. Okay. A Fix Your Well company on Highway 59. Everybody knows those guys. I-formation. Up the middle to Everett. He stays out wide. He loses what he gains. Man, he'll be back at about the line.
He just kept going and going.
Boy, it took enough of them to hit him. Fix Your Well over at Highway 59. Highway 59 right there. Where's that? In Queen City. Yeah, Queen City.
Just across the line.
Well, I was trying to think which side of the line it was Cass County. Bill Hannon, the attorney at law, says, "Go Rabbits." Okay, so he said that. Okay.
Just Bill or the whole office?
2nd and
11.
10.5, 11. Twins in the backfield. Flanker. Hey, that's the Billy end around. He's going to turn the corner, and flag probably going to be a bad block, and he's going to have a first.
I don't know, Andy, where that flag came from.
It's going to be a 3rd down and then some, but usually when you see that kind of flag, that's a hold or a hit in the back, and we're going to eat it.
16-yard pickup.
It's going to be a 16-yard pickup and a 10-yard loss, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and just about 21. Oops. Boy, that was a good play, too, and it was at the right time.
Perfect
It was on time, on target. It was the right play, and Billy did a great job executing. And we got to hand it to Billy. I mean, he lowered his shoulder and got out there. He showed some quick acceleration on that, too. And there's another one they've got to watch. Blaylock comes off the field now. As we look for a Colorado offense, I see Kel Melton in there at the 2nd tight end, and they have to guard against him and Fouch in there. We've seen him do some dangerous things the last 2 or 3 weeks that a lot of coaches didn't know he could do. And Kel had a great game last week. That pass he caught was a big motivator. Harrison, good block from Everett. Ken still got it. He's throwing over the middle. And I don't even think he knew he had that ball. Back to midfield. And
that's the 2nd interception, Andy.
And Wylie is surprisingly back in this game. So, Ken trying to make something happen. I'm sure that ball's a little hard to throw out there, and it's intercepted by number 7. They're just about the 38-yard line. That's let me give credit where it's due here. Number 7, Stephen Thessing. I think that's their quarterback too. In fact, backup quarterback. Good job. I formation now. They're going to go splits. I'm sure they're fixing to air this bad boy out. Ain't that? Oh, yeah. That's it. Halfback pass. He's got a man. Ken Harrison, most dangerous man on the field when he's got the football, and it could be a roughing play called there. Nope. So, Steve, if they'd have stayed with the reverse, they would have had a first down.
Oh, yeah.
If they would have stayed with that reverse, there was 10, 20 yards waiting for that man downfield. but instead they went for the halfback pass, and Ken Harrison, although he had led the man, made a good recovery along with whoever the other cornerback was back there.
Andy, did you notice who passed that ball?
Say what?
Did you notice who passed that ball?
No.
Same guy that intercepted it.
Oh,
Who intercepted the ball? Same guy passed it.
do what?
Harrison threw the interception, and their number 7 threw the interception.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, they're back in defense. We're back in the offense. Got a fresh set of downs, and Everett is fixing to hurt somebody. I knew he was going to hurt him, and he did. They paid for that hit down there at the 29. Great run by Everett, giving 2 steps, and he made something happen. And, excuse me, it is getting cold up here. The Bulldogs, Steve, it was a good call, but they didn't execute it, and the Rabbits capitalized, and I think we're fixing to see a little bloodletting out here at the goal line.
Yep, I think the Rabbits can smell it again.
I formation, 2 splits to the right. Jeff Fouch over here on the left at the tight end. Wylie got to be respecting pass. They do. Blaylock with a step. He's up the middle. They're going to catch him at the 15, but he's going to get another round first down. What you said, 15-yard pickup.
Andy give the line a lot of credit on it. They made a whole.
They made 2 in a row. Hey, let's name the line. Where's it at? Where's my little sheet here? I've got all these guys under the mixer.
What a job.
Offensive line. Let's go. That's Mitch Savage at the left tackle, Anthony Nickelberry at the left guard, Jason Frost doing a great job this year at center, Donnie Hunt at the right guard, and Marlon Oliver at the left guard and or at the right tackle, and Jeff Fouch out there at the tight end. Up the middle, that's going to go to Everett, and they didn't buy that at all.
That's all right.
Jack's Fine Foods, Highway 59 at 796-2871. Is a proud sponsor of tonight's game. And, well, I think
Everett smells the end
Fine Foods. Yeah, it is. I remember when we was all about 17, we used to eat there every day, I think. That is no joke, boy. We used to always munch down on those things. All right, they're looking past Twins to the right, I formation. Harrison goes straight to Dickerson, but he keeps it. He pitches the Blaylock. Great pitch. 5-yard pickup brings up a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. Ball's going to be down to just about the 11-yard line, and what is it going to be? A 3rd and 6.
Knocked him out of his shoe. Look at that.
Very hot, very warm.
Wow, 83 had to stop and put that shoe on.
Yee-haw.
You got to color too.
We'll get some of the other guys here in a second. There's a lot of Rabbit supporters out here tonight. There's a bunch of them down here in these stands too. Everybody, Kale. That's all right. I looked up and I thought I saw Kale. Oops. That's all right. Take this. 3rd and 5 goes to 3rd and 10 now. There are a lot of people made this trip, and I know Coach Scharnberg's going to say something about it during the coaches show and all this, but thank you everybody that's come out and supported these guys. I mean, it means a lot to those guys when they're down there freezing to death on that field and playing the way they're playing, to see a big crowd standing up out there, getting into it, supporting them. And a lot of people took a lot of time out from their jobs and businesses today to come out here. Everett's alone back in the backfield. Now we've got 2 splits. Colorado offense. Everett does a good job of the block there. At the 9. And, is that Casey? Casey gets out of bounds at the 4-yard line after a great catch and some good fancy footwork to pick up another 4 or 5 yards, get the first down, give the Rabbits a 1st and goal down here at the 4. They haven't held us tonight, Steve. I don't look for them to do it now.
Uh-oh, Andy, look what's coming in. There's some big boys. I think they must think we're going to try to run it in.
But can they run? I'm going to tell you what. Colorado offense, no Blaylock's going in.
Jackalope offense.
Jackalope offense. I'm thinking Kel Melton here, but he's got me wrong. Jeff Fouch, I'm looking Jeff Fouch here. Let's see if I can second guess him. Ha, ha, ha. Oliver's in the flanker. Everett's going to get it. Everett's going to drop it. Everett's going to get it back. Thank goodness he's not going to lose or gain anything. Brings up a 2nd and 4 from the 4. And, excuse me, there's 6:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. 19-0. Rabbits on top. And I guess we pretty well dominated the ball this half, or this quarter so far, as they had that ball one time and turned around and they had it one play, a gadget play. It was a pretty play. It just didn't work.
Beautiful, Harrison. Beautiful.
Andy, I don't think at this point we need to keep up penetrations, do we?
That'd be close. Everett's alone back. He goes right, and they bopped that one.
Who was it?
Oh, man.
58.
And the Abilene crowd's got something to stand to cheer about. And, Steve, we bring up about a 3rd and 7 now. 3rd and goal from the 7. And this is really a big stand for Abilene here because they need to keep us out of the end zone if they're going to have really any hope of getting back into this game. This is just what we were talking about, ball control all the way down the field, lots of running plays, keeping the ball between the stripes.
I bet we passed it this time.
Munching clock. Colorado offense, there's Melton in there with Fouch. I'm not going to call who the wide receivers are. I don't see him. Harrison drops back. He's under pressure. He's going to get nuked at the 15, and that's going to bring up a 4th down, and I expect to see O'Kelly in there. Oh,
Boy, Harrison is upset.
Good penetration by Abilene-Wylie. They were looking for the pass all the way, and they came through with one thing on their mind, Ken Harrison. They didn't give Everett Dickerson the time of day when they blew through there. And 4:52 to go in the quarter. O'Kelly's going to try a nice little 20, 30-yard kick here. What?
Be a 32-yard.
32-yarder.
I think he
He
can
can handle it. Wind's kind of to his left and in the face. He's going to have to hook it a little bit, but he's got the foot for these hooks. Bad snap. He got it. It's going to go just short. And the Wylie Bulldog crowd is on their feet, rightly so, as they did a good job of containing the Rabbits down here and stuffing us at our own, for our own 2 or 3 yard line and forcing us to give up the ball. O'Kelly had a lot of pressure on him back there, and I guess he just flinched when he kicked it.
Andy, I don't even know how he got the kick off. That's just a testament to his ability to get the ball up in the air as quickly as he did. It should have been blocked. Andy, we've had the ball for approximately 8 minutes in this quarter. Abilene's had the ball one play in the entire quarter.
Twin splits in the backfield, lots of motion. They just go for a straight draw play, a dive in the middle.
Donnie,
did you know Smith's Wholesale and Rental Property is also a Rabbit supporter?
You bet they are.
You bet you they are. All those guys over there, they big Rabbit backers.
I tell you what, they were excited to see it film last week when we showed it on both Monday and Tuesday night.
Hey, remember, highlight film will be coming up. Y'all can get with Lynn and Randy about it if you want to buy one. Don't forget, tapes are available at the HQC Studios at 79646. They got a little motion down the line. Pass over the middle. Boy, what a cluster. No good. Ooh, right in the water. That's cold, man. Oh, soak you to the bone and you land on that. 25-yard lines where the ball was knocked out of bounds. That quarterback, he had all day to throw it, but there was constantly a maroon jersey popping up in his face, and he really could never get a clear line of sight. And the secondary did a great job of holding their coverage and forcing him to make a wild throw off to the left.
Andy, they're already 3rd down.
796-4060. Call them up if you want to reserve a tape of tonight's game, and they'll hook you up. Randy and Lynn will make you in a Jackson over there. They'll hook you up. There's a little movement there. They didn't call it. And he just ditches that. Now, I don't see how. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be
one man back there. They're giving him the benefit of the
doubt. It's Greg Fields, too.
Just to get the ball, just to get the game over with.
Greg Fields is their receiver out there. That's going to bring up a 4th and 10. They have no choice but to punt. And the Rabbits are going to get the ball back with 3:47.
I don't know if you can tell, but boy, Kale has that ankle taped up.
Does he?
Right. His right ankle is taped.
Well, he turned it pretty good last week. Watch the fake. Ooh, they tried to get on it. That ref had his hand on that flag.
Let it go, Billy. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Boy, what a roll. What a roll. Down to the 34-yard line. We'll catch the rest of it right after this on AQC TV.
No matter what the job, the lightweight, rugged 025 chainsaw from Steel will please everyone. With its unique safety features and power ordinarily found on professional saws, the 025 will tackle all your jobs with ease. Steel, why compromise? Available at Price Hardware in Atlanta for only $299.95 with a 16-inch bar. That's Steel at Price Hardware, 302 North Williams, here in Atlanta.
Shell Food Mart, the sponsor tonight. Back to action. Rabbits in the split back formation. Oliver in the flanker. They go straight to him, Steve. He's coming around the left side. He's got some running room. He's got a good block up there. He picks up a first down to the 46-yard line. Great call as he had Blaylock and Everett out there doing the blocking chores for him, and they were laying them out.
Andy, he could smell it. Did you see him gain his pace?
One couldn't get to strength. He needed
one shoe
But these Rabbit backs are doing a great job of some hard running tonight out there in some adverse conditions. Every time they hit that field, it's got to be landing in a freezer. And those long johns or whatever they got on up under those uniforms, they got to be getting soaked.
They got to be soaked.
They got to weigh about 60 pounds.
That's all right. That sweat warms them up.
Right there, 3 minutes to go in the quarter. That goes to Blaylock up the middle, and he's going to punish him for another 4.
Look like one.
Excuse me. Custom Studio, Gary Walker over Main Street is a big supporter of the Atlanta Rabbits. Also, the Red River Credit Union, the good folks over there are big Rabbit supporters.
Did you hear about that $898 computer special with the computer clinic?
What computer clinic?
486 machine, 200 megabyte hard drive, super VGA monitor, keyboard, mouse.
Is that the one for $50 a month? What a deal, dude. On formation now, twin splits to the right.
Oh!
I don't know where that one went.
That may be the first time we tried that on 50 all year.
Oh, man. Ken Henderson kept it, and he picked up a yard and a half. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4 now. And we're spending a lot of time getting a lot of these sponsors in because we got a lot of them. That's right, and we're glad to have them. And they really help us bring these games. The further out we go,
and all we can ask is that you support them.
That's right. And go see them, say thanks for bringing them the game. A lot of these guys, I mean, you're in and out of businesses every day. I am. I want to be in and out of more, actually. That can go into Casey. He handled it. It's a first down, and he's slippery. And he got down to the 37-yard line. He just slushed. I'll give you that word. He slushed. And it's a Rabbit first down, and we're under 2 minutes now to go in the third quarter. And the Rabbits are on top, 19-0. I'm sure Coach Scharnberg wants another one. You got to see a little tiredness coming in the Bulldogs. Every step they seem to take goes wrong. Everything the Rabbits are doing just about right. They did a good job of stopping us down there in the goal line, but it only took them a whole quarter to do it, basically.
Well, we haven't scored anything, Andy, but they've only had the ball for less than a minute this entire quarter.
You can't win like that. Everett does a good job breaking tackles at the line of scrimmage to get up for about 4 or 5 yards.
Sloppy, but it worked.
I mean that, down to the 34-yard line now. Shell Food Mart. Go by and see them. Yeah, big sponsors. Big sponsors.
Is that the Shell Food Mart right there on Main?
That's right. Yeah, the dancing truck. That's in the gas pump. That's right. Walton's Trading Post. Pinker's Plant Farm. A poinsettias this time of the year. That's big over there. Watching over. He didn't. Oh, he's safe. He's safe.
Andy, a dry field, and that's a touchdown.
He's right. Well, he did a good. I was slip and slide all the way out there to 20-something yard line. Made it to 24.5. Good run by Blaylock as he had all day around that right side, and he brings up a Rabbit first down. 52 seconds to go in the quarter, and the Rabbits are commanding this game now. They're commanding the line of scrimmage with their offense. The Rabbits defense has got to be some bored individuals right now. Very bored. This is a new microphone here.
I know, yours sounds a little bit better than mine.
Does it?
I got your old one.
Listen to the back. Well, you broke the other one. Here goes Oliver now. He jukes up there at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to... Oh, he's still running. He's going to get about 4 out of that.
And 6.
See, the Wylie Bulldogs just quit on him there. They thought they had him bottled up, and I guess they thought he was just going to stop. He makes a move, takes advantage of the wet field, and forces 2 of them on the ground, and he picks up almost 6 yards there. Great run, Billy. Great run. And gets out of bounds to stop the clock and preserve some more of the quarter.
Andy, that ball is on the 19-yard line, so that means we have another
first down.
Penetration.
Oh, yeah, just in case they tie it.
That's 3 in this quarter without a touchdown.
We can handle it. Let's give credit to their defense. They are a snorty bunch down there, and they do play tough inside their own 20. Blaylock comes to the left. He's in motion. Ooh, Harrison's in trouble. Hook shot over the middle, and it's almost intercepted.
Whoa, Jeff Fouch broke that up, Eddie. Give him all the credit.
Ken Harrison got buried back there. I think that was one of those no back or tailback plays, and they have done a good job of blitzing that all year.
On a warm night, referees are in good shape, and they're not wanting to get out of here. That's interference.
I thought so. Ken took it on the chin out there. I'm sure he'd like to see those plays, like take a break. That hurt. Casey and I guess that's Ben or Bashi over there. Up the middle now to
41.
Oliver. He may have got a yard. And he may. What'd I say, Ken?
No, we've got the stadium announcer calling Blaylock.
Oh,
He lacked.
I thought I said his name right. Fourth down now. Big call here for Coach Scharnberg. Give Adam another shot at it, or just we've got 15 seconds to go. I guess he'll think about it after the quarter break. But let's give it to these Atlanta Rabbits. They may be scoreless here in the third. It's 19-0. They're on top, and they ate the whole quarter up and gave them maybe a minute of play time. We'll be back to see how it ends right after this on AQC TV.
Early Thompson Insurance, located at 102 West Hiram in Atlanta. America can depend on Farmers Insurance, and Atlanta Queen City can depend on Melanie Thompson Insurance for auto, life, or home insurance. That's Melanie Thompson Insurance, located at 102 West Hiram, Atlanta. Holler at 796-7403 or 796-5853. America can depend on Farmers Insurance, and Atlanta Queen City can depend on Melanie Thompson Insurance.
Inspiration or something like that to come out of that huddle, but what they're really doing is just trying to conserve each other's body heat. Huddle up there and keep warm. Clemens Construction Realty and Atlanta Appliance and Howard Construction are big Rabbit supporters here also tonight. We thank them for their contributions. The Wind is a big Rabbit supporter too, you say, Lynn? Oh, the Wind. I thought you said Wind. For what? Oh, well, he did better than me.
Is it reality or realty?
I don't know. What did I say? Reality?
It says reality.
You're right.
What is reality?
I don't know. I think it's
Neither
there's no
do
I in realty. That's all. They're just giving you a hard time.
It's real. It's realty. We know it's real estate.
It's phonetically,
like Atlanta right now.
Phonetically looked right to me.
Atlanta's looking at all kinds of Abilene-Wylie real estate here, Andy.
It's our ball down here, 4th and 5 on the 19. Let's see what they do. Little motion in the backfield. They set. Looks like it's going to be that sweep right. They go for it. Wow, all week out there, and they release on him. And see if he's going to I think we got a flag. Or is that just trash down there on the field? That's trash. Oh, okay. Right. I mean, Everett Blaylock. Everett Dickerson made a block down there for Mr. Blaylock.
I wouldn't say Everett laid a block.
Now, I'm going to tell you what. Everett is dangerous out of that flanker slot. He has hurt people. Great block. Blaylock did a good job of finishing that off. And I noticed the Bulldogs made a big mistake by thinking he was going to cut outside, and they just let him go. I mean, he was basically unmolested down there to the goal line. Rabbits go for 2. It's 25-0. 11:54 to go in the fourth quarter. And I don't know where they're going with that. Billy's got it. Oh, Babashi got it. Boy, they are just stuffing us down there on those tight plays. It's still 25-point lead. And we've had no extra points since that first one tonight. We'll be back right after this on AQC TV.
Last year, we introduced Formula Shell gasoline. It's nice to see so many folks getting a kick out of it. Shell, the world's best-selling gasoline.
Fourth quarter, it took us, what, 6 seconds to score? Somewhere around
A whole 6 seconds.
a whole whopping 6 seconds.
That's all right. We had the ball for almost 11 minutes in the third quarter. We just heard it a little bit sooner.
Yeah, we munched that quarter now. Bulldogs had it maybe a minute. And we were saying earlier, the computer clinic, and you just heard from, is one of our big Rabbit supporters. They like to do the Rabbit keeps going and going and going.
Rabbit power, it keeps going and going.
Steve, you can't use your microphone for a tom-tom stick tonight.
I know.
Oh, Kelly had a ball blown down on him out there.
We also have a free Atlanta Rabbit wallpaper for your windows if you come by the computer clinic.
What a deal.
By the way, where's that at? One that you see bouncing across the screen in the rushing pest control commercial.
What a cool deal. A rushing pest control, did you say?
I know them. We hope you do too.
I know they're coming up next, but I said them anyway. Oh, good catch at the 11. Great kick by Adam. And, has he got some running room? Oh, did his teeth get rattled at the 35? Oh,
He let loose of that ball, Andy.
I can't tell if that was Ben Collins, and I think Bashi Noel did a good job of laying some rubber on him out there. I mean, that jar was felt up here. 11:48 to go in the quarter, 25-0. Rabbits on top, 1st and 10 from the 35, and the Bulldogs have got, now you talk about panic offense, big strike, they got to do it. Fourth quarter.
We'll see what kind of character they have right here.
Well, all you Rabbit fans that made the trip out here, you're getting a treat tonight. Oh, man, look at the penetration. Oh, that ain't going to get it.
Andy, I got to say something about Abilene-Wylie right here. This has been the cleanest game we played all year. Not one mouth, not one taunting, nothing.
That's correct. After last week, I'm really glad of that, too, because it was getting a little tense down there for a while. Our guys were really good about handling it, though. They didn't respond in kind. They did all their talking on the field, and that's what it took. If you get a chance, watch Mikhail Justice down here taking on these two offensive linemen. He's just bulldozing them. They're getting where they can't even hold him out anymore. Well, that time they lay on him, but boy, they forgot about Greg Fields. Oh! Greg Fields for a humongous sack. That's again having a great game this week, and man, if you can stop them for 10 yards at a pop, it's not too long before you're putting 2 points on the board. That's going to be a 3rd and 20 now for the Wylie Bulldogs, and
Andy, about that time, everybody's watching Mikhail Justice. He got taken down by 2 guys and left it wide open for Greg.
well, that's what I mean. If you're committing 2 of your linemen over there to handle 1 man, you're in trouble. Rollout pass. This could be intercepted. Oh, was that Ken? No. Amy's still trying. He caught 4 feet of air under them shoes. And that brings up a 4th down. And that pass was doomed anyway, because even if he had caught it, it brought up a 4th situation. 11:01 to go in the quarter. 20 yards to go for a 1st down for the Bulldogs. The ball's back here on their own 25-yard line.
They'll go for it?
Oh, yeah. And it's a lot colder on that side of the stadium than it is here. I guarantee you that. I don't know. You can see a gadget here, but I don't think they want to give us the benefit of scoring again. Well, they did something. Oh, they think they're going to be funny. Nope.
Oh, get away, Brad.
Billy, catch it or don't. Catch it or don't. We'll be back right after this on AQC TV.
Russian Pest Control says, go Rabbits all the way to state. And DMC, that Russian Pest Control, are proud to be avid supporters of the mighty Atlanta Rabbits and invite you to go out and support the Rabbits on the road to the state playoffs. Russian Pest Control, proud to be Atlanta Rabbits.
Tight formation. Our splits are to the left side this time. Jeff Fausten is tied in on the right. That's where the play's going behind Jeff. And Steve, Blaylock knows what was going on there. He stumbled for 6 and could have had 6 on the board. Great misdirection play. Everybody went to the left. and Everett and Blaylock just pulled their way behind the big tight end Jeff Fouts. Great hole blowed over there by the offensive line and gave him 5 yards anyway. Bucks Garage, 606 East Main Street, Big Rabbit supporter. And don't forget the Dixie Maid over there also on West Main Street. Rabbit supporters.
Back in the eye here, Andy.
I formation. Will he like it? Oh, Ken's in trouble.
Oh, he fumbled it.
They did.
Hey,
And
Fouts got it.
I don't know who's going to end up. Wiley's saying they got it, but I would too.
Dang right.
And our offense is still out there, so obviously the young man was wrong. Jeff Fouts got the ball back for us. There was one confused Wylie Bulldog out there as he thought they had it, and he thought wrong, obviously. Well, this is a good crowd out here tonight. Butler's in, 1100 West Main Street, one of your proud Rabbit sponsors. That's out there at the corner of 77 and 59. What is this?
Look at
what is this?
This is
power sweep time. But
see the body right.
Oh, must have thrown it. Casey and it stopped all his outreached fingers, and Ken knows he let it hang too far. That's going to bring up, that was fourth. That's fourth down now. That's going to bring up fourth down. And I'm sure O'Kelly will get the call.
I don't doubt it.
You know, no matter what we're doing, we're eating up valuable yards of clock here. Yards of clock.
You got to herd a rabbit.
Jackalope offense. Yeehaw! O'Kelly back in the punt offense now.
Rain's coming out a lot harder now too, Andy.
Yes, it is. I'm glad I'm under the mezzanine. Oh, good block back there by McHale. And he, excellent kick at him, O'Kelly. And they're going to recover down there at the 6-yard line as the Bulldog receiver weighs on a fair catch and just ducks. And he almost lost his head because of that. Mikhail Justice doing a good job in there with the rest of that back crew for coverage. 9:15 to go in the game. 25-point lead. And Rabbits staring hard at another playoff shutout. It'll be their second.
Anything can happen.
There's a lot of people out here, Steve, and not all of them from Atlanta. There's people from Jefferson. We talked to some of those down there at the halftime. Oh, a little misdirection to the left, but Steve, you don't get back in the game by running a play like that.
No.
That's what they should have been running in the second quarter.
Well, I've had a tough time deciding what their game plan was all along, even from the first quarter.
Well, I've had that trouble with us all year. I mean, Coach Scharnberg loves to establish the running game. But, hey, if it's not there, air that rascal out. And that running game's been there all night tonight. Everett and Blaylock, or Derek and Everett, let's get them by the first name, done a fantastic job, but they couldn't do it without the great runs or great support of that offense.
Will he get it off?
Boom, and Oliver ditches that one. And that was a great field there. Who we got over there? Cody Melton. Now, if he was playing shortstop, that'd have been a double play. Now I don't understand. Now we got nailed for intentional grounding last week.
Different referee.
And we got nuked for intentional grounding last week.
And I don't care. He sets the clock for a win. 25 to zip. We need 15 more points.
That's true. I mean, but the referees have let them play tonight. We still only had one penalty tonight, haven't we?
No.
Couple more.
We had 3.
That's still very blitz. And we ate it.
Oh, they moved.
They bought. Oh, and he's buried back there at the 2-yard line.
They're going to call it on the
Rich Savage is screaming out there, look what I did, but I think he was back there before the ball was snapped. I don't know how they're going to call it. They're talking to us. That's encouraging. Mitch is in there. He's giving it all he can. That was a good blitz by Coach Melton.
Sure was.
Now they're talking to Abilene.
Coach Melton's had a lot of fun tonight. I don't know what the mood of the kids is.
Hey, it's on us. That's what I was afraid of. So that's going to give them a big boost, and they're going to get the play over. Oh, offsetting? Right, offsetting. Oh, they get to try it again. Okay. I'll buy that. We did jump, and they did jump. But Mitch got back there and drilled that quarterback. He popped him, man. Quarterback hurt. He has to be. All right, let's see what's going on. 8:32 to go in the game. I'm proud to be out here tonight. This is December in Dallas, boy. It's drizzly, it's cold.
Makes you want to go to the Cotton Bowl, doesn't it?
Yeah. Been there, done it, seen it. Got my hotel key right here. I ain't driving back in this mess. Well, there's a crowd up here behind us. It's kind of fun. There's a bunch of TV crews out here tonight, too. Guess who they're covering? It ain't us. That's right. Motion right? Oh, they let all that clock run out over there. And, oh! He didn't want that ball. I hate coverage by Melton and Amu, and I didn't see who, and maybe Ken Harrison is. I didn't see who the one that came across and smacked him was.
Andy, Port Isabel and Sealy are having a time. I don't know what they're going to look for in their films next week, but our defensive secondary has really shored up this week.
They did. They've done a good job. Now, let's give credit, like I said last week, to Jefferson. When you've got a 6'5" tight end with running back speed, you can hang the ball up high over your cornerbacks and throw it all day long, and they tried that in the first half. They don't have a man with that kind of talent.
Think we can block it here?
I don't know. I tell you what, if he doesn't get a good one off, and he did.
Oh, we got to get out of the way.
Okay. We'll take that. Are we going to get a flag? No. Okay. And I don't think the rain's gotten any worse, but I tell you what, we're going to take a break and be right back after this on ACC TV.
Nothing can stop the Atlanta Rabbits. They keep going and going and going and going.
The First Baptist Church on the corner of Hiram and Mill Street, where the Reverend Joe Strigley is pastor. They wanted you to know they're Big Rabbit supporters. What a run! Big Rabbit supporters over there. Well, I think all of Atlanta's a Big Rabbit supporter right now. Everybody is decked out in maroon and white today. Great run by Everett Dickerson. Going to bring up a 2nd and 4. And I look for a solid ground game here today. 7:43 to go in the quarter and the half and the game. The Rabbits are solid 25-0 lead. I'm sure they just want ball control. But I mean, please don't stop that clock. That's what I mean. I look for Ken to start running it down to the wire, which he's a master at anyway.
Andy, I'm colder than my kind of Coke is.
We've got busted one time this year for too much time. Oh, that did not work. That did not work at all.
Clock's still running.
All that did was get Derek Blaylock loosened up in several positions, mainly in his joints. His jersey's loose. Ooh.
Actually lost 2 yards.
Hey, Charlotte Wick Tax Preparation Service at 104 North William Street. Now, if there was ever a timely Rabbit supporter ad, that is one. As you know what's coming up here at the end of the month, guys, W2. Make your reservations early. 641. I don't know what. Okay, there it comes. Oliver in motion around the right side. Blaylock's going to take it, and he's going to get, or Everett's going to take it, excuse me, and he's going to get drilled in the backfield. He's going to bring up a 4th down and about 8. And we're going conservative here, I think. Are we going to kick? What are we going to do? Well, that's too close in, really, to punt. Well, McCall's going in. O'Kelly's going to try a long field goal. Woo!
Hey, we got him next year. He needs all the practice.
I think I'll get some of those extra points we kept ducking.
We're looking at 45 yards, Andy.
He can do it. He's got the footwork.
Oh, yeah, the wind's going with him right now.
I think he's on the wrong side of the hash mark for his hook. But we'll see.
Bad snap.
And it's going to be low and off to the left. That snap was high. It threw his timing off. And the Dogs are going to get it right where it's marked at on the 28-yard line of their own 28-yard line. And you're going to see some air coming out of that ball now.
Andy, he hadn't had a good snap all night on those field goal tries. That's part of the problem.
5:49 to go in the game. Atlanta Rabbits a commanding 25-0 lead. It could have been a lot worse. They did hold us down there one time. Matter of fact, there's been a couple of shots we could have scored and really had this thing up here now. But the weather, I think, has had a lot to do with this. The traction and the footing out there on the game, or on the field, excuse me. Oh, let's see, Colorado, they're going to almost start run and shoot, and they better keep those defensive ends out of it. No backs. That's all. Randy Carter's in their face. Oh, I don't know how he caught that. As we got a tip ball, and who's that? Amy and Harrison did a great job. I mean, they got the first down, as there was a lot of receivers running around out there, but he paid dearly for catching that. Melanie Thompson Insurance, one of our supporters tonight. Hurry up offense, Aaron. They better hurry up and do something. Oh, that was not it. That was not it. And you can't go to that well too many times. McHale and Hunt. Donnie Hunt and McHale Justice in there on a great quarterback sack. That was over 10 yards lost there, Steve. As he didn't have time to look up and find his receiver. Had some of them long, winding routes out there, and it didn't look like they had anybody on the sidelines for a checkoff. And it's going to be about our secondary there again, Andy. Second and 19. Do what? Secondary, boy. They've got them knotted up. They have. Here comes the pressure again. Greg Fields did a great job. Look how far the quarterback's running away. Quarterback, he had his back turned to receiver as he threw it. Ran out of his shoe, Andy. That's got to be cool. You see his shoe down there. I cannot believe it. Knocked him out of his shoe. Greg Fields had no respect for that tailback. And I don't know what that tailback was thinking. He didn't even hit him. Greg ran right around him and bingo! I can't believe it's 19-degree wind chill up here. I'm drinking a Coke. Down to 5 minutes. Hurry, boys, hurry. Good night, sweetheart. I'll tell you what, anybody paid $7 to get in and I got their money for it. Good night, sweetheart. We'll miss you so. He's dropping back. He got a little time. Oh, he's drilled back there. And it's almost on McCall. Who's this? I want to get the name right. That is, Brad. No, who? Nailed it. Mingo Clay. Boy, Mingo busted that quarterback. He ran in there unmolested and got a center shot on the numbers. He expelled error. They're going to go for it. Fourth down, 19. They have no choice. This is where we really have to show that, hey, we want this game. We've dominated this game regardless. I mean, they'd have to figure out a way to score. Well, I ain't going to say they can't score 25 points in 4 minutes, but John Tyler did it. Yeah, but that was his leading one touchdown. No, excuse me, Plano came back 3 touchdowns. Ooh, pressure all over the place. He's missed in the backfield. Moving over, leaves the pack. It's fumbled. Somebody's going to get it. They're saying incomplete pass. Oh, my foot. Hey, we'll be back right after this on AQC-TV.
The TV, and let me let you in on one of the best kept secrets in Cass County. The best lunch is at Osborne's Grocery, Farm to Market Road 74 in Queen City. Lunch is served daily from 11 to 2. So come on by and find out one of the best kept secrets in Cass County. Osborne's Grocery, Farm to Market Road 74. They're Bulldog proud in Queen City.
On its feet, and the Rabbits are jumping up and down at that great play. They called that an incomplete pass, but all that was an incomplete fumble. As Marlon Oliver and I guess that was Mingo Clay and a couple of guys was out there.
Andy, they've had the ball for less than 4 minutes the entire half.
Let's see, that's Brandon Thompson out there, quarterback now, got a lot of back out, and he fumbled it.
They got it.
They got it.
One going out.
We're going to give him another shot at it. Brandon had a tough time holding onto that ball all season long from that position. Oh, well, no harm done. 4:38 to go in the game. Rabbits on top by a score 25-0. I said Melanie Thompson Insurance. You just heard from her. Domino's Pizza. Mr. Goodwood. Big time Rabbit supporter. And I support him too, I'm sure. Did y'all see the Atlanta National Bank today? In there? Oh, jump. That's a fade right, and he's buried.
They got it back.
Okay, whatever. Let's keep the clock running. And the Rabbit defense does a good job. Ben's coming in now to relieve Ken, it looks like. And that's a well-deserved rest Ken Harrison's going to get as he's done a good job once again of leading the Rabbits offense and playing a tough game back there at the safeties. Atlanta National Bank, boy, they were all dressed out. They even cut their people loose at 3 o'clock instead of 6 so everybody could try and get up here in time to watch the football game. And I'm sure everybody appreciates that. Ooh, I don't know what. That was tough over there. Brad McCall did a good job of breaking that pass play up. Woo! Well, the lights of Big D are shining clear tonight. Most of that trash is done blown out of here. We're down to just a mist or a fog almost on the field now. Finally, as the game closes, it's starting to stop, or beginning to stop, or let up. As Wylie trying anything they can just to get some points on the board. They've had that's a Melton, isn't it? That's a Melton. That's a Melton. That is a Chad Melton down to the 24-yard line with a big Rabbit interception that's going to take Wiley's hopes of scoring down a little further. See, they had a miracle season over in Abilene anyway. I mean, ranked 4th in the district, by district runner-up. They outlasted everybody to the semifinals. They've had some good games, and tonight the Rabbits were just a more dominating and better football team. Jason Inslee coming in now. Let's see who. Is Brandon still in there? Let me see. Jimmy Hansen in there. Yeah, he's at one of the guards or tackles. Frost in there. Oops. Hey, he got the snap off anyway. All right. And that's going to keep the clock ticking as we get under 3.5 minutes now to go in the fourth quarter. And 42 and 55. Boy, don't call these names much. That's Danny Stuckey checking in along with Kevin Capel. I see Cale Melton in there, one of the tight ends, it looks like. That's going to be Stuckey out to the wide receiver on the right. Thompson in the backfield along with, Edgar Kidd on a great run. 11-yard pickup. Right there had a first down. He got it. They're going to stop the chains long enough, or stop the clock long enough to move the chains. Andy, the ball's inside the 20, so what is that? Another penetration. It'd be critical. How many is that tonight? Got a clue? I don't know. Y'all tell me when I get to stop counting them. 3:02 going the game. Rabbits on top. Cale Melton's coming out now. 18, 17 seconds to go on the shot clock. Thompson gets him up to the line. Rough start. He gets it. He hands off there to Edgar. Edgar's been held up in the backfield twice. He's still running. What is that number? Was that 14? That's on the list. He's not even on the list. Here he is, Chris Kincaid. That's their quarterback. He got nailed, man. Oh, and it hurts even worse whenever it's on the visitor side and your mama's watching, your daddy's watching, and that hurts. Okay, Twins splits to the left now. I formation. They're going to keep it simple out here. On the ground, I'm sure. That's where they go with it. And the Rabbits, Edgar Kidd, I missed that Chris Kidd. It's going to be that 2-yard shot first down. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2, and I think the refs are stopping the clock out there. 2:34 to go in the game. Rabbits dominating 25-0, and they're not really trying to score as Coach Scharnberg's just going with some very simple up-the-middle passes. Rushes. Up the middle rushes. That's hello. Hey, the cold's done on my brain. Look down here on the sideline, Lynn. Who they call that penalty on? Rabbits, semifinal champs here, and we're going to eat a penalty. Illegal formation on the Rabbits. I don't know what. Oh, one of our tight ends must have lined up too far back. Or somebody did. Too many men on the line of scrimmage. Probably when I split out or something. Oh, well, too bad. We got the ball. We're ahead. There's 2.5 minutes to go in the game. We just want to get this one in the house. Right there, Tommy Johnson. He breaks right. He is fast. Look, he lowers his shoulder for a first down. And see, these kids are trying. They're going to put some points on this board, man. He got the first down. That was a great run by Tom. Oh, excellent. These guys don't realize that most of these second team or backup tailbacks we got have started at one time or another this season. And they're good. And they're bringing a goal line defense now. And number 64 for the Rabbits, Brandon Blizzard's going to check in for the first time tonight and for the first time in a while. If I'm missing anybody out there on the line, it's because I haven't got their numbers yet. Oh, and too many men on the field. Too much time. No, there's plenty of time. Number 75 for the Rabbits, Jason Banks couldn't get off the field in time. It's going to back us up 5. You are a procedure call. Yeah. He was already in his stance. He was already in it. He left his stance to go off the field. Oops. Oh, well. Now they call a dead ball foul. They wouldn't stop the clock when Ken was getting peppered. Oh, well, we're ahead. We still need 15 points. That's right. Oh, fumble. Oh, they got it. Did they? So they're going to get a couple more shots at this. Yeah. Here comes the D. I see Kel Melton coming on out there. Randy. 75. Banks coming on. We're going to see some defense out there. 1:41 to go in the game. Yesterday's Antique Mall in downtown Atlanta, Big Rabbit supporter. Also Clayton Motor Company over there on Loop 59. And of course, Anthony Forest Products, home of my little brother. Whether it be in Troop or Atlanta. And I'll get to this next one here in a second. Because it's my favorite. I tell you what, Jay Tidwell's out here tonight. Drop back, over the middle. It's a foot race. It's overthrown, and it's a good thing. They scrapping out there on the field. There ain't no sense in that. Take your whooping and go home. And you see now the Rabbits fans are easing down here toward the entrances to the football field, getting ready to congratulate these guys. And they had to stop the clock because there's an out-of-bounds pass. And I'm sure we're going to see 4 tries for pass or something. We need about 2 guys on the line of scrimmage and 16 defensive backs. And we've got names out there in jerseys I've never seen before. Greg Fields is playing a quarterback. And number 14, that's, why am I forgetting his name? Reggie Hill, sophomore, yeah. Reggie Hill is a backup quarterback. He had a good game on the junior varsity, or a good season on JV this year. What I understand, I didn't get to go catch him. Brad McCall's over at the left corner. Mingo in there. Hanson's over at the right end. Well, I know I'm missing some of these guys, and I really hate to. They got the whole prevent in there. Drop back pass. There's some pressure. Quarterback's in trouble now. Now, he's just going to get grilled. He'll pick up a first down. Mingo ran him down. And so what? Under a minute, Stevie. Under a minute. The Atlanta Rabbits, unless something really weird happens in the next minute, are going to go on to the state championship football game in a very commanding lead, but about 20 points less than what you picked. Oh, well. 15 points. Yeah, we lost. Procedure call or a holding play going to be on the Bulldogs, I'm sure. Flags all over the field. And that will stop the clock. People are already easing down there on the track. I like these football fields to let our people down there. That's great. You know, as great of a game as last week was against Jefferson. I mean, I call that one of the greatest football games I've ever seen because we won. This is a lot easier to take. A lot. I'll take one of these while I'm watching it, you know. 39 seconds on the clock. We're going to get down there and try and get them after on the field like we did last week. First down now for the Dogs, 39 seconds. They may try a couple of Hail Marys here or something just to get on the board, so it won't be a complete shutout. Can't blame them there. And the Rabbits keep going. Fumble! Somebody got it. And God, I hope they got it so the clock will run. It's cold up here. Cold. They did. 22 seconds. They've got 3 timeouts. Not really a necessity for using them. And the rest start the clock. This is the last play of the game, most likely. He drops back. He's got everybody in sideline patterns. Number 7 charges. 9 seconds left on the clock. Great break up there. Tommy Thomas and Reggie Hill in on the stop. I like to see that high jump there. Nine seconds to go. And folks, you're looking at new semifinal champs.
Andy, the only question now is where are we going to be next week?
Yeah.
If Port Isabel wins, we're looking at a drive.
They're going to throw it again, too. You know it, man. 3 seconds, third down. He drops back. He's trying to air it out. He's got pressure. It's caught for a first down. Flea flicker. Fumble. That's something crazy. They got to stop the clock. They got to stop the clock. They didn't. Now, wait, the game is not over.
It is now.
Okay, they're going to let it in. Hang on. I guess so. We'll be back after this.
Rabbits win! Rabbits win! 25-0. What a game. Folks, this takes us into the state finals. This is exciting.
Sports Isabel contest, which will be played tomorrow.
We'll find out later who wins between Philly and Port Isabel. Find out where we're going to play. We'll have all that ready for you on the Coach's Show coming up next here on AQC TV. We'll see you next week.
Thompson Insurance, located at 102 West Hiram in Atlanta. America can depend on Farmers Insurance, and Atlanta Queen City can depend on Melanie Thompson Insurance for auto, life, or home insurance. That's Melanie Thompson Insurance, located at 102 West Hiram in Atlanta. Call her at 796-7403 or 796-5853. America can depend on Farmers Insurance, and Atlanta Queen City can depend on Melanie Thompson Insurance.
What we talked about today at the pep rally. A long time ago, I was told that dreaming was bad. Only fools dream. But I'm going to tell you, when you dream hard enough and you're willing to put out the effort to reach out and grab what you want, dreams can be accomplished. Man, I'm proud of you. You guys have accomplished something that never has been done in Atlanta history. Now, we're one of 2 football teams in And I'm going to tell you, the thing that'll put the icing on the cake is for us to prepare as hard as we possibly can. Take our band, take our stands, take our cheerleaders, take our town, and go wherever we have to go and win it all for Atlanta, Texas. Everybody grab hands. Let's give thanks for all these meetings. Dear Father, we come before you tonight, and the number one thing, once again, is thank you for allowing us to come out of this game healthy, free. God bless these young men for giving them the foresight and the effort and the desire and determination to put out this year to get themselves in a position to become something and to accomplish something that's never been done. It's what we talked about before. Greatness only happens to a few in their lifetime. These kids are on the verge of experiencing greatness. Give them the strength to do that, and give us the fight one more week to fight our hearts out and our souls out. And God bless them. God bless my staff. God bless this community and our fans. Together we've done it. And with your help and the creeks don't rise, we're going to take it again next week. We ask these things in your name. Amen. Everybody, let's go. Let's go. Number 1. All right, break it down with her slam. Be proud of who you are. Where you from? Good Lord, family, loved ones, football team. Break it down.
Right down the road.
Semi-final champion.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's a great feeling. It's something that, when you start the season off every August, it's a dream come true for kids to get to this point. And these kids have worked hard all year long. His staff has worked hard all year long. We've been told all year long that, things like this just can't happen. But we believed in it. Our kids believed in it. Our staff believed in it. And, God love them. It's a great feeling to be where we're at, Andy.
I know you got some cold troops in there you need to go talk to and get them ready. I'm sure some hungry troops,
well, it's an outstanding feeling, and I want to say that I appreciate everybody that showed up to this game tonight. It's a true town thing. What we're doing is we're doing it for this community and our school system, and it's fantastic, and we couldn't do it without them, and I appreciate that.
Oh, it's great. And the weather, you persevered over it. This could have been a bad night.
It really could, and the thing about it, and this is going to sound terrible, but we didn't even come close to playing the way we're capable of playing tonight, and we kind of took these guys lightly, and we struggled with it, but we got where we want to be, and now we got to really crank it up another notch and get ready, prepare for either Sealy or Port Isabel. It doesn't make any difference. One or the other, by golly, we'll play one of the other.
Are these yours?
This one is right here. She's mine. That's Emily. She's almost mine.
Well, anyway, Coach, congratulations. I'm going to let you get in there, and we'll catch you on the coach's show.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Russian Pest Control says, go Rabbits all the way to state. And DMC, that Russian Pest Control, are proud to be avid supporters of the mighty Atlanta Rabbits and invite you to go out and support the Rabbits on the road to the state playoffs. Russian Pest Control, proud to be Atlanta Rabbits.
This is the Atlanta High Head Coaches Show here on ATC TV. And Coach, I can finally say this is the next to last one, and I can smile when I say it. You were quoted earlier in the week or earlier last week as saying that the boys were just ready to play on Wednesday. I was ready for the team to play on Wednesday. Most of the town was ready for the team. How did you keep that intensity going into Friday night's game?
Well, it was difficult to keep them up. Our kids were really fired up. They, you can't hide things from kids in the old like in the old days. Not that parents really tried to hide anything from us, but I felt like in the old days maybe kids were a little bit more focused than what they are today. We told our kids all week long that Wylie had a good football team, but they watched the video all week long, and I think after they watched the first video, Steve, that in the bottom of their heart and in their minds they knew that they were going to win the ball game. And I'm not taking anything away from Wylie. Wylie had a fine program. Coach Scharnberg does a great job. Their kids played extremely hard, but they just did not match up well against us in spots, and consequently our kids did not play as well as they had played in the past. And plus the fact we were playing after a big emotional win against Jefferson, so it's awful tough to get yourself up. But our kids went out and they performed and they did what they had to do to win the ball game and put themselves in the position they're in now. And all I can say is that, we're going to the big dance. We're playing for the big, what do they say, the big enchilada. I don't care what you say. We're playing for it all, and it's a great feeling for our kids. And I'm tickled and I'm happy for our school, our community, and my football players and coaches to be able to play for something that you dream of.
Right. And we didn't leave it all on the field with Linden. And we didn't leave it all on the field with Jefferson. We're ready. We're focused. How you showed a lot of confidence. Here we got the opening flip. It was in our favor, and you went ahead and went with the defense. Did you think that our defense was that caustic that it would keep them from penetrating at all?
Well, we felt like, and plus the wind was a factor the other night early, and we felt like if we took the ball and did not do well on it the first time, maybe our punt would not be as long. And in the playoffs, field position is so important. And we knew that if we kicked off with them and held them, which I figured our defense would because they'd be fired up, that we'd get good field position. And essentially it worked okay. But we wanted to stop them first. We wanted them to show that we came to play football. And I'm proud of our kids for handling the weather because it was cold out there the other night. Everybody went knows that. And of course, we bought our kids a lot of extra equipment to try to keep themselves warm. But our kids were freezing on the sideline like I know Wylie's kids were, but our kids were mature enough to handle the situation and play well enough to win, and it was a good win again for our program.
Right. I imagine Everett came away with pretty good taste in his mouth. This was the first time he scored that many touchdowns in one game this season. Well, he was running pretty good.
He ran hard. Derek Blaylock ran hard. We made a lot of mental mistakes again. I think those mistakes were made because again our kids today have a tendency to play to the level people they're playing, but. I'm happy with the kids. I'm happy to be where we're at. We're fixing to experience something. I know you're fixing to talk about it in a minute, but it's a great thing. It's a great thing.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about the big silver football at the end of the tunnel. I'm sure you've already seen most of the players one time or other this weekend. Are they excited yet, or has it really hit them?
I think I have not had a chance to see a lot of them. We did not bring them in Saturday because my staff and I flew to Kingsville early Saturday morning to watch the Fort Isabel Sealy game at Kingsville. But the kids that I have seen, Steve, I'm going to tell you, if they're not on cloud nine, knowing that they're going to play in the Astrodome, which is a fantastic facility. I've been fortunate enough to play there and coach in there, and plus the fact that it's a great thing to be at, and plus you're playing for the state championship of the state of Texas. And our kids, I know, are going to be fired up. They're going to be focused, and we've got a legitimate shot of winning this. Sealy's got a fine football team, no doubt about it. They've got a running back that's fixing to break Eric Dickerson's record at Sealy. All he needs is 121 yards, and that's a challenge for our defense right there. We've stopped about 2 or 3 others this year from accomplishing those goals. They've got a quarterback that's very poised. Receiver who they love to throw to mostly all the time. It's a good athlete, and they got good athletes, and they got a good team. Goodness gracious, 15-0 and riding the emotional high like we are. So there's no reason. It ought to be a heck of a ball game come Saturday night, and it's going to go to the football team that prepares and plays its heart out.
And speaking of driving all the way to Houston, we've got to be proud of a lot of Atlanta fans that showed up Friday night. That was unbelievable. I expected the weather to really come out. I saw people. I haven't seen at games all year.
Well, you can't say enough about it, and people are going to say, well, Coach Scharnberg's saying this because it's a PR plus or whatever. No, I'm not saying it. I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart. those people that showed up at that game the other night are tremendous fans. We appreciate them. We love them to death. And again, it all goes back to the thing, the kids deserve that and they need that. And those people that showed up the other night need to pat themselves on the back because that's what you've got to have. And, of course, I know they're excited, too. They ought to be excited. The town ought to be excited. We're playing for the state championship in the state of Texas. We're playing in the Houston Astrodome. And gosh, dog, if the hair isn't standing up on the back of your neck, like I said before, something's wrong with you.
Okay, the game's going to be at 7:30. We've also got a couple other games before that. How's this going to work out? Will we be able to go to the games, early games, and stay for the whole?
As far as I know right now, and I may be wrong, I'll need to check with Mr. Hurst. The guy's going to call me today again from the Dome. It's setting all this up. To my understanding, you pay one ticket, and you get to see all 3 ball games. They're expecting over 70,000 people there Saturday to watch 3 ball games. What they'll do is the 5A, John Tyler plays Westlake at 12 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, Lamarck plays Stephenville for the 4A title, and then we'll be after that game. And what happens is that after each game, they'll ask those fans to move out of the seats behind the benches areas to let the other teams' fans, as people to come down. And 99% of the time, the people are nice enough to do that, and they move out of the way. And after the 4A championship game, as soon as the field is cleared, they give you 50 minutes for us to get our warm-up in, to get all of our pregame arrangement stuff done, and then we tee off and play football. But, it's a great opportunity for people to go to a great facility to watch some great football. And for the price of one ticket, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Oh, on a football day like this, I can tell you from personal experience, Coach. I used to go to the regional championships down there and watch them when I was working there. I would get to see 4 games.
Oh,
and just game after game after game. And you're seeing the most elite teams in the state this year. And we have the office. So.
Well, you're seeing the excitement. You're seeing the grandeur of high school athletics. And again, these teams will be playing as well as ourselves. We'll be playing for something that you only dream of doing. And regardless of the outcome, and don't get me wrong, we're going down there to win the state championship. But regardless of the outcome, it's something that's going to be tremendous for our kids and our program and our community to always remember, and it's just a great feeling.
Yeah. One thing I hate for doing this on Monday morning, I want to try to set up a tailgate party. The Dome now allows tailgate parties there. I'd like to try to set something up. So y'all keep in touch and try to find out this week if we can put something on. Coach, you got a busy week. I'm going to go ahead and let you get out of here and get after it. We appreciate you.
Well, I'm going to tell you,
luck.
I appreciate that. And again, Steve, I need to ask for people, like we've been asking them ever since we've been in the playoffs, folks. We need your support. I know Atlanta's got a population of 6,100 people. I'm going to be real disappointed if we don't have about 4,500 of them in the Dome come Saturday night to watch Atlanta play Sealy. We need you down there. We've got to have you down there. It's a big thing for our team and it's a big thing for our community. Everybody's involved in this, and by golly, relish the moment, because it's kind of like I tell our kids, greatness only comes around for people once in a lifetime,
right?
And for a lot of them, it never does. And Atlanta football team Saturday night's playing for that stake, and if we play the way we're capable and come out and get after it, I think we've got a real good shot.
That's great. Well, we'll see you again next week for the final edition with the Atlanta State champs. I'm Steve Rushing along with head coach Ben Scharnberg. We'll see you again.
Appreciate it.
Russian Pest Control says, go Rabbits all the way to state. And DMC, that Russian Pest Control, are proud to be avid supporters of the mighty Atlanta Rabbits and invite you to go out and support the Rabbits on the road to the state playoffs. Russian Pest Control, proud to be Atlanta Rabbits.